Yeah, there we go. I am muted. All right, there we go, buddy. Hey, you want to show your face or not?
No, I'm good.
All right. And let me see what happens. There we go. We're going down the tracks. Hop on the train. Let's keep on going. Where we go, nobody knows. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all. I hope everybody's doing fine. Looks like the typhoon, the hurricane bypassed us. It looks like it's moving upstate towards New York, Massachusetts, but we didn't feel it. We didn't get no backlash from the typhoon. I'm happy to hear about that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're not gonna get a backlash all the way in Kentucky.
yeah. Well, we're on the end of Kentucky, but I thought we were gonna get some kind of like rain or
You
something happening, and we didn't get nothing.
you're up in
So
the
I'm
Appalachians,
happy.
right?
No, we're down towards Indiana and towards we're only like an hour and a half out of Nashville.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so no, you're not gonna get anything remotely. That there might be some weather, some rain patterns, but that would be it. Some heavy rain.
Yeah. Hey, you guys, if you don't recognize the voice, I have the legendary Peter V's in the house.
What's
He
what's
was
up?
flashing by, and
What's
I
up? What's
seen
up?
him, and I told him, "Hey, slow down and let's sit down and talk like we did like in the old days, back
The old
in
days,
Christmas time with
what, the
everybody."
1920s, 1940s?
Back when you had the hula and hula, and everything was going good.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, no, I was just trying to see what was going on and go from there and see kind of where things were. Um, and because I don't really follow the whole expat space. Um,
Yeah, everything is a little
there's
bit of
nothing
here and a
really.
little bit of that. People are saying this and people are saying that. People are
Yeah.
saying they're on the move, they are going out. But
Well, I'll tell you one thing I am noticing is a lot. There is a real exodus happening of people that were living in the Philippines that are moving back to the states.
because they
Uh,
can't afford it, or they are
Different
bored,
reasons, I think.
or
Different reasons. I mean, even your best friend Dave down in Davao is moving to the states. And then you have I'm back. You have several others
he
that I'm
he's
some of.
not my friend. He kicked me out of our him and his little deck boy. They banned me from our
Oh, that's nothing but hate,
not
anyways.
Aloe, but the the
Yeah, that's
the
nothing but hate.
Swaby guy.
But no, I mean, and I've noticed some of the guys they're spending a lot more time in the states than they used to. Um, so I mean, you're looking at a lot of. I mean, I don't think the Philippines is what it's cracked up to be, and I think about 3 months, 6 months, travel the country, have a great time, and then come back to the U.S., come back to reality, and that's
Well, it's
basically.
a nice place to visit. I mean, I was there for 13 years, and like I said, I didn't have no problems until the very last, the last of the last of my time. That's when the shit hit the fan. But you know,
Yeah, but even when you left, the primary reason you left was because the Philippines does not have the actual care that you need when
Yeah.
that you needed, so you had to come back to get quality care.
Hey, we got a lot of people, a couple of people popping in. Slow ride, lost nomad, chicken choker. A time in the Philippines. We got slow ride, Philippine. We got expat.
Yeah,
Joe, how you guys all doing?
I'm just
Everybody
saying.
saying hi to you, Peter.
I'm just saying. I've noticed a lot of the vloggers, the different vloggers, are spending more time in the states than they have been, and some of them are just coming to the states.
Huh. Maybe
Uh,
you see your buddy Seth. Maybe he'll go back to the U.S.
Seth, I think Seth at some point, I think he will be forced to come back to the U.S. for business reasons. Um, and I see him back in the states. It doesn't make sense for him to take the knowledge he has and waste it sitting around getting drunk on Walking Street. Uh,
Yeah.
so I do eventually see him in LA. But here's the thing with Seth, and I don't think there's any like rifts, but I haven't probably had a conversation with him in a year. I don't think there's a rift. I think it's just he's been busy, I've been busy, and I'm out of the Philippine space for the most part. I very rarely even I don't even sub to anybody's channels anymore. Um, the only one that I kind of watch every now and then.
Mine,
Um,
mine.
no, I kind of watch Johnny's
Damn
every
it.
now and then because typically he gives an intellectual conversation to a discussion. It isn't just nonsense. Um,
Hey,
I
what?
mean, Johnny's a
Hey,
really smart.
mine's not nonsense.
There's
I'm a
a lot
professor.
of nonsense that goes on your channel, Kevin. You know that.
That's fucked up, man. Yeah.
Uh,
Hey. But who do you call though? Him. That's right.
do what?
I said who do you call? You know, you call your old buddy, Big Kevin. Even though you said I'll never go on his show again.
Well, you know what? The reason being I was upset was because you had basically told me you didn't want me on the show anymore because Dave and the guy from Baguio, Eric, was giving you all this crap about it.
Yeah, I know.
So
Isn't that weird? That you listen to other people.
here's the funny thing about
I
some of these guys.
do their dirty work, and I get nothing from it. That's crazy, huh?
Here's some of the crazy things that I see. Specifically, is some of these guys on one hand they want to stand up and scream freedom of speech and this and that, but on the other hand, then they want to regulate what people say and what they don't say. That's not freedom of speech. Uh, you can't tell someone else who to have on their channel and who not to have on their channel. And
That's right, man. I agree 100%.
I mean, there's like I came on your channel one day and I just point blank told Allo he was full of shit, and I still hold to that.
Who did you say? Did you say
Allo,
Aloe? Hey, Aloe's a damn scholar. He's the only one there that has half a brain. I
in
did say half a
in what that RRR thing?
in general. He's the
I,
only one that has anything put together.
I would say of the expats that I've met, um, and spent quite a bit of time with, I would say that I've met two expats that are pretty smart people.
Steve,
No, Steve didn't impress me.
Hmm.
Um, Johnny is a very smart guy. Whether you like him or not,
You're talking about Johnny Warrior?
yeah,
I don't have no problem with him.
yeah.
I never have.
I'm just saying whether people agree with him or not, that's neither here nor there. When you sit down with him and have an intellectual conversation with him, he is a very bright guy.
He's a genius then.
Yeah. The other one that it's going to surprise people that I thought was a very I had a very stimulating conversation with that was like at a high level of intellect was Seth.
Oh, well, that's a gimme. I mean, that's yeah.
I mean, people think of Seth and they think he's just some idiot because some of the stuff he does on YouTube. He's a really smart guy.
Well, look, he look what he did to me. I mean, hell, he created me, and look what I have done.
Yeah, I mean, Seth is a brilliant guy. Those are the two that I would say that are really of all the guys I met that are really like just on the ball. And
Hey, what about Jay?
Jay, I like
I
Jay.
like Jay,
You talking about
Black
Black
Jay.
American? Yeah, I like him. We had a long conversation. I hung out with him for about 8 hours.
Cool.
Yeah. But I'll tell you this about Jay. Um, and I don't have a huge issue with it because he's very open about it. He doesn't hide it, but he is quite the womanizer.
Well, most guys, we that's what we are.
Yeah,
That's
but
that's our
I mean
human nature.
he's not exactly he doesn't exactly hide
Squeaky
it.
clean.
He doesn't. I mean, he isn't one of these guys that tries to pretend like it's all about you know family and he isn't Rick A. You know, and so I don't have a huge problem. I like Jay. I like Jay as a person a lot. But did I walk away and say that that was a very intellectual conversation? No, that was just more of a hangout and chill conversation
Yeah.
than than a really intellectual conversation. I would say
Well,
the
I
two.
don't think. I mean, most people don't want to have an intellectual conversation. I mean, they just want to like have a meet and greet. Sit down, BS, and have a couple of drinks, have some CC, and just have a good time.
Yeah, like I said, those are the two. Those are the only two that I really walked away from, and I really thought. Now, I didn't. I never of the expats that I met, of the vloggers that I met with. I can only say I had one bad experience.
What
Um,
when you was in the Philippines or
yeah, I can only say I had really only had one bad experience with a vlogger.
I okay, go ahead.
There was a guy. I'm not gonna say who it was. It's one of Dave's buddies. They came busting in my hotel with a camera, harassing me, and started following me all over Malate, harassing me.
Huh?
Um, but besides that, that was the only negative experience that I had. Other than that, I had even people that later would churn on me. I still had a lot of, I still had mostly positive experiences. Even like Steve.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're talking about Steve Montelli.
yeah, when I met him, it was a positive meeting. And then later he turned and started talking crap on me.
Hmm.
Um, you know, so yeah, I mean that would be the conversation I guess where I would be at is um all in all, um my view of the expats in America, I mean, the expats in the Philippines, is pretty bad. Just in general, just I think that most of them are childish and have some form of mental illness. Um, with that said, um, but I didn't have a lot of negative face-to-face experiences with them.
Hey, well, I got a question for you. What do you think about what do you thought of that one guy that was standing like he was trying to do a sneak with that camera, and he was at the corner, and he was talking to this white guy, and this one guy he was off to the side, and he was trying to filming you,
Oh,
and
that's that
he got
Professor X
busted by
guy.
you,
That's
and
that
you said like, "Hey, what's up?"
that's that Professor X guy. But here's the thing: even the conversation I had with him was a positive conversation.
Yeah, but see, he was like acting like before that he was gonna get up close and have a like a boot, give you the boot, and
Yeah, but here's the
all he could say was, "Hello, sir." That just made the
here's the
um
thing. Here's the thing about that guy. That guy is he's a short, heavy set guy that
well,
has
that's
to
how
use
most of the expats gonna be.
he has to use a cane to walk around.
Well, that's a weapon though, so you got to remember that part.
He's in no position to be trying to start drama. And here's the thing, like I said, I've had besides that one incident that happened that last day I
Hello.
was there. Um, besides that, I can't think
Don't even go to school, stupid.
I can't really think of
Uh-huh.
a time. I can't think of a time that I had a real confrontation. Oh, besides that BS that went on up in Baguio. Um, the besides that, I don't really think that I had any negative experiences with expats in person.
Yeah, well,
Um,
there's like I said, there's a lot of guys out there saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do this when I see him. I'm gonna
and you know what?
I'm gonna plant
None
my
of them.
boot up
None
his
of them did.
ass."
Here's the thing: none of them did crap. They were making. Here's the thing: they have zero accountability, and here's why. They have made all kinds of wild claims. Um, and they made claims that I was wanted by immigration, and I would never leave, and that I would be arrested and put in jail.
Oh
They
yeah,
made that.
Popeye and his friends always said that.
Okay, they made that
Eric
claim.
and everybody.
Okay, they made claims that I would die in the Philippines. Um, and that didn't happen. Um, they what? Oh, I had AIDS at one time. That was another claim they had.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah. You
they
know,
they, they
it's a little bit pathetic, the
that
homemade words and stories and all the different, legends and stuff that came out of people's mouths. It's kind of ironic.
you know the thing is they take so many things and um and they just jump to wild conclusions. Um, and I guess here's the question I have. You know, as a fellow American, why would you want someone to be hurting? You know, and it just their attitude is so. A lot of the attitude of a lot of these guys is so anti-American in the sense of it goes against everything that we're raised as Americans to believe and to possess.
A lot of these guys live in a fairy tale. you know,
I
fairy tale
mean,
land.
so I mean, yeah, that is. I mean, yeah, I mean, part of what was going on with me, and I won't go into all the details because it's really nobody's business. I was having quite a bit of medical issues there
No,
at the late of last year, um, and I had, and the decision was completely mine to come home. I was strongly encouraged by doctors to come home,
yeah,
and I did, and and it was so funny. When I went to go get my ECC,
uh-huh.
I went up and to talk to the immigration, the investigators. I can't think of what the name of their unit is, and I asked them if they even knew who I was. They didn't even know who I was. And all these guys claimed that they were working hand in hand with immigration.
Well,
I mean,
why should they know who you are? I mean, the Philippines
well,
is a huge place,
well,
and they have
suppose
thousands of people every day trying to get out of the Philippines. Why should you be like
supposedly,
that? Why should you
supposedly,
be the unicorn?
supposedly, all these guys, this alliance BS was talking with immigration officers almost every day about trying to get me deported and arrested, and this and that.
Yeah,
They didn't
and
even.
they seen Bigfoot, and they fed the unicorn, and yeah. Well, none of those guys are they're not very you can't believe what they say.
Uh, well, here's my view.
The facts are
I
not
I have
there.
I have I have a problem taking anyone serious that refuses to use their real name.
Well,
Typically, if you have to hide behind a persona, it's typically because you are saying something that you would be ashamed of to say in person. Typically, um, I mean, here's the thing: I know a lot of the people that were involved, real names. Okay, if I were to put them out there, and they would be backing up real quick, and they would be and they some of them wouldn't care. Some of my um like Philippine creep, he wouldn't care. He'd come right out and say that he was involved. I mean,
yeah.
um, but some of them I think some of them I just think that they would not want to be associated with some of the things they said hiding behind fake profiles.
So how did you get out of the Philippines, if you don't mind
Uh, I, by
asking?
plane.
Smart ass. What was it difficult? Did you
Not at
had to
all.
leave the same way I left?
No, I
Did they
didn't.
give you a
I
time limit to get out? Did you get kicked out, or did you just pay whatever fine? Did you have a fine?
no.
I'm being
I
nosy because I'm asking the hard questions. See, that's these other guys, these bozos. They want to say, Did you ask the hard questions? But I'm just asking the like questions that you know.
here's the thing. The people that need to know um the details, or that I want people to know the details of why I left and how I left, know them, and it's not for public consumption. It was related to my health, and I'll leave it there. Um, I was not repatriated. Is Because the repatriate system there is an actual program where where the embassy will fly you home, and you have to pay the money back. That does exist.
Hmm.
That that was not what I used. Um,
Oh,
so
well, that's good that there is an option out there
oh no, I've
for
always said if
people.
you get in real trouble and need to get home, there is no shame in going to the embassy and saying I need help, and they will help get you home.
Well, they all they did for me, they give me a letter saying that I don't have no money to pay my bill, and they give me a letter saying that it's okay for me to leave, and they
Yeah,
I give it to the Philippine
and you have to pay.
immigration.
Now you have to pay that money to immigration before you come back to the Philippines.
That's correct. That's what I've been saying for the last 4 years.
Yeah. Well, kind of what happened. And I'll go ahead and say this because I've kind of alluded to it. The last 6 months or so, I just got to a point where I didn't give a damn about immigration. Okay. So I didn't do anything for the last 6 months. And so when I left, they told me, they said, you either need to pay the last 6 months or you can't come back until you do pay it. Um,
Yeah. Well,
and
for me, I couldn't go back for 2 months, and then I could pay my fine. So I couldn't go back for like 2 months, and then I had to pay my fine. So it was I that's the what they told me.
yeah, yeah, I mean, it's not, but you know what? When I want to go back, if I want to go back, um, throw in the government a couple $100. I think it's like 350 some. Um, that's not a
Well,
big
that's
deal.
not bad.
Um, but yeah, I mean, the thing was, I needed to get back to the States to get medical care, and that was the bottom line.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, you look
and
good.
well, actually, I'm looking too good now. I'm weighing at 272 right now, um, which is a little more than I should be.
Well, yeah, because
Uh,
we when we eat the stuff that we're not supposed to eat, because we indulge ourselves when we come back, and yeah, that's what happens.
yeah, I mean, well, that, and especially in Kansas City, we eat a lot of meat and potatoes.
Yeah,
And anytime you sit down with someone,
shy
um,
away from
they
rice.
always you always eat more than you should when you sit down to eat.
Yeah,
Um, so that was part of it, and the other part of it is I was having some having once I got some of my health issues back, my body just needed to recoup from that, and yeah, I just put on too much weight now. I'd like to get down to about 250. Um, I would feel a lot better if I was about 250. But yeah, other than that, that's basically what's going on with me. Hanging out in Austin. Um, probably, I would like to stay here. The only thing with Austin is they got like a 99% occupancy. Like it's very hard to find a decent place to live long term.
okay. In Austin,
Yeah, like 120 people a day move to Austin. It's the
really?
fastest
Why?
it's the fastest growing city in the country. Uh, to answer your question, it's a couple things. One of the things, like I said earlier, they have the best medical care, one of the best medical care systems in the country. Like that's why I ended up here. They also University of Texas is here. There's 51,000 students. Then they have there's this is also a huge tech hub. Like Google has a building here. PayPal is here. Facebook is here. Indeed, I think is headquartered here. Um, there's just a whole list of big tech
Hmm.
companies call Austin
Is
home.
is is I is what IT&T there? Because I that's where I got my phone. They sent
AT&T.
it to me in like in one day. I got a replacement phone from Texas to
I'm
here.
not sure if AT&T. They have a huge facility, a huge building up in Dallas, so they may not be.
M-
Um,
Maybe it was there then.
and I'm not.
But
I doubt. I don't think they can compete with Google Fiber.
Hmm.
Google Fiber is amazing.
Hey, you should look at some of these guys in question. What their some of the questions. Do you feel like answering any questions just for GP? How does that sound?
Oh yes, Texas is hot. There, I answered a question.
Is it really? Is it as hot as the Philippines or the same?
It reminds me of the Philippines in a lot of ways, as far as the weather. Hot, humid, sticky. You step outside, you're gonna sweat.
Huh? I only know a little bit about. I only know a little bit about Texas, like the Cowboys, and
Here's
that's
the thing.
putting Dallas because of the TV
Well, here,
show.
here, let me put it this way. It is the 18th of September,
Okay,
and it's 91 degrees.
sweet. So what are you saying?
Their winter is like a week long.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, it
yeah,
looks like a lot of people like it in Texas because I have a lot of subscribers that live in Texas.
well, Texas is the second largest it's the second largest state in the union by population.
Yeah, next to Alaska. God bless
Now,
Alaska.
next to California.
No, I'm talking about size wise. I'm not talking about
Oh, size wise,
population.
yeah, size wise. But as far as population, they're number two as well.
Well, yeah, but what? New York is number one.
Let me go ahead and answer this question. The stigma related to being an American in the Philippines is that you're automatically a sex tourist is one of the things that one of the reasons I took such a strong position as I did is I got tired of being attached to you must just be here for the girls.
So you've been
Uh,
labeled, right?
I and you know what? A lot of Americans have justly earned that's that stigma of being womanizers because there's a lot of guys that are the whole Angelus and Demagetti crowd. That's what they're there to do. Um, so that is, I mean, it is a major stigma, and I think I did a video right before I left about the image of the American expat, where I said, you know what, if we want to see the image of the American change in the Philippines, we're it, we're going to have to quit going around womanizing.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
the womanizer is going to be the same from in the Philippines or in these other tropical countries, right?
well, here's the thing. You know what? There's a lot of Americans that travel to say Israel, Canada, England, Germany, Netherlands, but they don't go there to chase women.
Well, yeah, because the women are different there.
So they chase.
They won't look at
Hold on, hold on, hold
us
on,
when we get a big old belly and everything,
hold on. I
gray
want to
hair and everything.
I want to respond to what Ed just said. That's not factual anymore. The base closed in
Ed's
19.
halfway intelligent.
The base closed in 1992. Most of the military that were there have either moved back to the states or they have passed on. Very little
Passed
of
on
what's
dying, or they
yeah,
passed
yeah,
on just
yeah, passed
staying
away.
in the Philippines.
Most of what's left from the base is no longer military. And the medical in Angeles is nothing to write home
Hi,
about.
Santai 7.
And I mean, TRICARE does work in Subic. It does work in Subic. I do know that much. But Angeles is not. Angeles is not a place to be sick. I'll tell you that.
Hmm.
Um, the yeah. In fact, I've always told people, and I almost did it. If you get sick, you need to get to Guam as fast as you can.
Yeah, Guam is a good place to go to when you need something. 'Cause that's what I did. I went directly to Guam before I went back to continental USA.
Yeah, well, here, let me say this, Ed. I was just in the hospital here in Austin the other day. Um, I haven't been in the new hospital in Clark, but I guarantee you it's not on the level of the hospital I was just at, um, or any other hospital in the U.S. Um, the only decent, there's three good hospitals in the Philippines. If anybody needs to know, there is Makati
McCarthy.
Medical, there is St. Luke's, and then there's the Asian hospital. Um, but besides that, I wouldn't recommend any of the hospitals in the Philippines. The only government hospital I've ever been to that I thought was really decent
Huh.
was the one up in Baguio.
Hmm. I was just reading what Ed said. My wife went to
Yeah, I mean
when
that's
neighbor
the basic thing. But I mean now that's one of that. But speaking of medical care, that's actually um, one of the things that a lot of these guys BS about is they tell they tell people the Philippines has such great medical care, doctors are great, this and that. But here's the thing: we're watching Mike Casson die live, basically on YouTube. Okay, and we're seeing that it's not it. You know what? He would. It's not the care's not there like it is in the U.S.
who are you talking about?
Oh, Mike Casson, My Philippine Journey.
Oh, you're talking about um Heart Attack Mike?
Yeah, the guy that rides around on the motorcycle.
Yeah, from Iloilo.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know who you is. But
Yeah.
I didn't mean Heart Attack Mike, but that's what everybody goes. That's what he
And
goes by.
let me just say that I don't mean this
Don't
at
mean
you
no
in general, but I
disrespect,
mean
but
this. Let me just say something general. I think it's ridiculous for people to go around and make fun of a guy that's having serious heart problems. And
exactly, I agree.
but anyways, no. That is you know, people talk about how great the medical care is in the Philippines and this and that, but yet we're watching what's happening with Mike before our eyes. Um,
Well,
so
do you think that's good that he's staying in the Philippines,
absolutely
getting
not.
treatment in the Philippines, or do you think he should
Absolutely not.
come back to the
I
states
have
and get
I have
treated?
said I have said time after time after time, and I've told him straight to his face that he needed to go back to the U.S. to get care. I think it's absolutely silly he's staying in the Philippines.
Huh?
Um, so yeah, no, that's but you know what?
And
A lot of these
what do
expats.
you think about all the money that he's everybody these clowns they say that he's
I don't know.
e-begging.
Well, you know what? There's if they want to get on people for e-begging, they need to get on a whole lot of people, including Phelps, because Phelps has done it too. He's done the whole GoFundMe crap.
Well, he did that for worthy causes, of course,
That as far as we know.
because Dave is an honorable person, of course,
a, a self-proclaimed honorable person.
because he's a do-gooder.
Here's the thing, though, is I don't really know, and I don't know if he's really got $35,000 in donations. I don't think he has. Um, but the thing is, I think he'd be much better off in the States. I really do. Um, but what I'm wanting to talk about is we hear all these guys talk about how the medical care in the Philippines is so amazing. And You know, it's one of the reasons to come to the Philippines. Okay.
Well, what about for the vets over at the clinic
Oh,
in Manila?
that I'll leave that. I'll leave that to some other guys to say. But I've heard some not so positive things about the VA clinic in Manila. Like one of the things I've heard, like people have having pneumonia, and like they refused to see him because it wasn't service related.
Huh?
Like I said, I'll leave that to some other guys that have a much more positive view of it than me. Um, but going back to what I was saying, they talk about how great the medical care in the Philippines is, and blah blah blah. But yet, when it really comes down to it, they realize it's not near as good. I mean, I don't know how many. I would say a half a dozen guys I knew of in the Philippines that died on the table in the Philippines.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but when if I
Well,
had to have a
don't be sorry.
if I had to have a major surgery like I did in February,
Uh,
and there's no way that I was going to let it be done over there,
really?
and that includes even Makati Medical, which I think is a great hospital. But I wouldn't let them cut open my heart.
Hmm. Well, well, for me, I have no complaints what they did for me because they took care of my ass very fast, very well, and they didn't ask for no questions about money or who's gonna
Where's
pay
this?
this, who's gonna pay that. When my head was split open all the way through the bone, and they got me on the table. They start cleaning me up. They start using those damn little vacuum cleaners and picking out the bone out of my skull and everything, and doing all this stuff. And then they start cleaning everything up, and then they start sewing me up and stopping the bleeding and everything, putting their finger on the vein and stopping it from squirting. But they did a very good job. And I was in a prenatal clinic. It wasn't a hospital. It was a place where the women just go just to give birth, with midwives and maybe a doctor, one or two that's going to be there, and they did a wonderful job. So I'm not going to complain one bit about the medical place, because I was at a I was at a damn prenatal clinic, and they got me stopped the bleeding. I lost over 2 liters of blood within half an hour, and they got me up and everything, got me going, and put a lollipop in my mouth and pat me on the head. And but then they shipped me to Ilo, shipped me to hospital in Ilo for I could have a not a CAT scan, but that other machine that they had to put me in, for they could take a picture of how bad
An MRI?
the how deep did the machete go into my head.
Are you talking about an MRI?
Yeah, that's what they did on my head.
Is it a big machine that makes a lot of loud noises?
Well, I had to put earplugs in my ear,
Yeah, that's an
and
MRI.
they put eye drop. They opened up my eye here. My eye was here was closed shut because it was huge black eye, because the machete went through my eyebrow all the way through my temple, and my eye was closed like a oh damn, it looked like a tennis ball cut in half. But they opened up my eye and they squirted some kind of like a yellowish dye for the it would go into my head, and they could see the see what kind of damage
Yeah,
I had.
well, here's what they do when they do an MRI on the head, because I have to have them done twice a year. What they do is they do a regular MRI, and then they do an IV that they put dye in your blood. It goes to your
Okay.
brain and it dyes your brain so that they can get a clearer picture
Was
of
that what they did?
what exactly it looks like.
Oh well, all
Uh,
I remember.
well, at least that's what they do in America. I don't.
Well, see, but
It,
I had that dye come out of my nose.
yeah, yeah, it's No, Ilo's got a halfway decent hospital. St. Paul's, I think's the name of it. Um, but it's expensive by Philippine standards.
Mm.
Um, actually,
But yeah,
let me go ahead and comment since we're talking about medical care now. Someone made a statement: the care is not as good in the U.S., but neither are the costs. Um, I found that the cost of medical care is much higher in the Philippines than it is in the U.S. For me, uh, I have not had to pay for a doctor's visit, a medication, a hospital visit, a surgery, anything since I've been back in the U.S.
hmm,
It's 100% paid for by
really.
insurance. So, you know what? Um, I have several different things that work together that, you know, one thing pays this other premium and that sort of thing. But I have
I gotta pay for half of my treatments right now.
yeah. And plus I'm edgeable because I'm disabled. I'm edgeable if I ever needed edgeable to get Medicaid and
Okay.
Medicare. So um, and that pretty much would pay everything as well. Um, so I mean, I've never really needed it, but it's there if it's there. It's so yeah. I mean, but going back to
How
what I
are you
said,
feeling now?
and let me say one other thing about medical care. Who cares how cheap it is if they kill you?
If it's cheap, that's okay.
I mean, a lot of people are trying to save a buck on surgery when they're doing something that if they screw up, you're dead.
Oh well, hopefully you're gonna survive.
Yeah, but I mean, I would
Hmm.
not. The only way I would have a um an at risk surgery in the Philippines is if it was an emergency and if it didn't happen within minutes, I would be dead. Uh, but if I had the
Hmm.
option, in fact, I think it was about 2006, I tore up my knee again when I was in Palawan, and I went to Guam,
Guam's a
and
nice place.
yeah, I went over to
Expensive
Guam.
as hell.
It wasn't too bad, but I had a place to stay over there, um,
Yeah.
and um, I have some friends of mine that are still in the military, so I was able to basically take advantage of everything on base. So it's not too bad if you have something like that. Um, and so yeah, I mean, I would definitely head to Guam. Yeah, in fact, that was my actual plan when all that happened. Um, I would I wanted to go to Guam, and
Uh-huh.
then but uh, the common consensus was to go back to Kansas City, and it made sense for a while. Um,
No.
so
What do you see anything in the comments you want to answer to?
uh, I'll go ahead and I'll talk about the psychopath. Um, so
Which one?
the psychopath in chief. decides that he wants to kill 15,000 young men to harvest our organs in the Middle East on the open black market and call it a drug war. And the expats just want to sit and smile at it and think it's okay. Most of these expats have no spine, and because if they stood for anything that America stands for, they would stand up and say, "No, this is not acceptable behavior. You can't just." And it's common knowledge that this isn't about drugs. This is about human organs. Um,
Well, aren't they still doing that right there in Manila? Like
oh yeah, it's still going
kidney
on.
and
But
stuff
you know
like
what?
that?
I've noticed all the expats seem like I'm blown away on how many expats support Duterte. And I'm like, for real? Forget the all the nonsense. The dude wants to kill people. You know,
Hmm.
and he insults America. Now I am 100% anti-Obama, but you can't tell the sitting commander in chief of the U.S.
Hey Ben,
who
how you
you
doing,
rely
man?
on for aid that he's an SOB. You just can't do that, and you can't joke about raping women.
Well, yeah. Well, any, yeah.
I
That
actually, Ed, while you're in the Philippines, you still have freedom of speech guaranteed under Article 3, Section 4 of the um, of the Philippine Constitution. Now that's on paper. Now in reality, do expats have freedom of speech? Not really, but on paper they do have freedom of speech. And you know what? I think the expats do have more say on what goes on in the Philippines than they realize, and here's why: because how much money expats funnel into the Philippines every month is a large enough number that if it were to disappear, that it would cause problems. Um,
well, if it disappeared, everything would be more stricter.
well, yeah, I mean there is some. And listen, Trump is an SOB as well. Trump, I voted for him, but here's the deal: Trump is by no means perfect in. There's a lot of things that repulses me about Trump. He was the better of the options, but he's um, you know I'm by no means am I saying that Trump needs to get off Twitter.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, but anyways, the
Like Victor, I pay maybe right around 130 a month, maybe up and down for my medicine. Some of them are copay.
yeah, I mean, I do fine. I mean, my medical's taken care of. I see the doctors I need to see. If I need to see a specialist, I see a specialist. My meds are taken care of. Um, and I, I'm good. And
Oh.
you know what?
Meds cost a whole bunch. Some of my meds, my head meds, I gotta take like 3 times a day. And when the
Well,
weather goes bad, I gotta take what is my government medicine. I gotta take like twice a day.
my new anti seizure medicine is quite expensive, from what I understand. Um, but besides that, all I do is I go pick it up, and I don't have to pay anything.
Hmm.
Um, and like in Kansas City, I didn't even have to go pick it up. The pharmacy would deliver it to me.
Really?
So, yeah, I mean Um, and yeah, I mean, so I mean that's some of what you're looking at. But going back to what I was originally saying about healthcare, this idea that the Philippines is this great place and a great place to go get sick. It's
You're
not.
not you're not homesick of the Philippines yet?
Not at all.
Really?
Uh,
Hmm.
there's several reasons. That last year and a half I was there was pretty. It was a pretty rough time.
Are you
I
talking about health wise or just
just in
what
general,
hanging out or whatever?
just just in general, and a lot of the nonsense that was going on was just uncalled for.
Oh, you're talking about with the trolls?
Yeah, but they they went from being trolls to being psychopaths.
Oh,
When you know, a troll is one thing. I mean, I'm getting trolled right now in these comments. That's one thing. But it's
yeah.
another thing when you go from trolling in comments to like physically harassing people and
Well,
like
Dave is gonna. He's supposed to. He says he's gonna go home to Texas, and he says he wants to have a sit down dinner
I've
with you,
already
and he
it's not
wants to
gonna
give
happen.
you $100 and a free dinner.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? I done told him it's not happening. And so now if the issue is pressed, well,
He
then
said you could bring somebody with you if you
well, here's the
feel
thing. I
inclined.
you know what? There's too much water under that bridge. You know what? He has said too many ridiculous crap about me. He has attacked me way too many times for me. In fact, you know, the crazy thing was, um, is he was saying that he was sitting there calling me scumbag and every other name in the book. In the same video, he's going on about how he wants to meet me.
Well, what was
Why?
he sober when he was doing this, or was he? Was he trying, or was he like having a couple
I have no
uh,
idea, and I don't really care. I'm not interested in having anything to
drinks
do
like you
with him.
usually do?
Uh,
Excuse me, my
and
voice.
and no, the turkey is not good for the Philippines. For one, for two, uh, he isn't killing quote unquote scumbags. He's killing his own citizenry. You don't go killing people just because they have a problem.
Yeah.
That's what Phnom did. Unless you want what happened in Cambodia to happen in the Philippines, where a fourth of the population is murdered and they have to start all over, it's not good. And I expect before it's over, he's going to be tried before the International Criminal ICC uh, for crimes against humanity. I'll be very surprised that Duterte does not face some crimes versus humanity for his conduct.
Oh, Trump is a man that don't talk bull. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
Here's my
Trump,
frustration
Trump,
with Trump.
Trump backs up
Trump,
everything he does.
Trump should come down really hard on Duterte and basically say, look, all money stops from the U.S. Um, and all benefits stop until the killing stop.
Hmm.
Um,
What country is this at?
uh, you know what? The U.S. went to the Philippines and said, look, all aid, financial, military aid, social aid, all aid, period, is over until the killings stop.
Oh,
I
but
guarantee
they
you
don't
this.
really care because they could go to Russia or China.
So that's I mean that's the bottom line. So and I don't believe that Trump is looking out for U.S. citizens. I believe Trump is looking out for his businesses and his friends' businesses, and they're in construction, so they want to build that wall. We need that wall,
Go back into the corner.
but I don't believe Trump is by any stretch of the imagination this "I want to put Americans first" uh, nonsense. He wants to put him and his family and his businesses, and he wants to see them successful. But everybody in politics is like that. He's not the first one that believes in nepotism. He's far from the first one involved in nepotism in the U.S. It's just his is a lot more obvious because his whole family's in the White House.
Yeah. But it could be worse. We could have Hillary in
Oh
in
yeah,
the
no,
White
no, no.
House.
That was a far worse option. No questions asked. That was a far worse option. Um, and I mean, one of the comments in here, besides the killings, the Turkey's not doing a particularly good job. I would agree with that. The Turkey is a communist. He has very strong leanings toward communism. Um, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of his values are values of a communist. And you know what? Here's the other thing is he is also he's buddy buddy with the MPA. Like,
Van, that's not nice to say.
no,
Naughty boy.
The Turkey has came out and said, um, and that he's very pro MPA. Like he's told people that just pay him their money, and so nothing happens.
Oh, because he's the president, so he could think that way.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, there's just a lot of things. And I think that Turkey struggles to understand the law. Um, you
Gogo,
can't
why are you saying hi to yourself for?
do
Crazy.
what?
Gogo is saying hi to himself. Crazy ass.
Well, here's the reason. Here's the reason that the U.S. shouldn't get involved in climate change. It's a scam. Simple as that. Simple as that. Um, it. I mean, climate change is it. It's
Oh, Gogo two's in the room. Okay, okay.
only you
Sorry.
and Al Gore believe in it.
How many Gogos are there? What do you mean? Gogo one, Go two? What? There's more than one. It's like a virus.
The yeah, it's a troll.
Okay.
It's nothing more than a troll. Um, but yeah, no, but going back, that's basically what's been going on. And like I said, I'm not hardly following the expat space that much anymore.
Well, you're missing a lot, brother. Hey, Peter, are
Yeah,
you gonna make everybody happy and go back on what you said to Dave before about his poor wife? Like,
about
are you
what?
gonna like apologize a little bit, just just for giggles?
Do what now?
Because Dave wants an apology.
Well, you know
So,
what? He can want an apology all he wants. He owes me an apology, my family an
oh,
apology, and everyone that he's affected by his little nonsense an apology, and not
well,
just Dave Phelps.
maybe you apologize first, and then he'll
Hold on.
apologize
First
next.
of all, I have nothing to apologize for. Secondly, and I'm not just talking about Phelps. There's another Dave out there that owes a lot of people an apology for his stunts that
Oh,
that will never come forward and admit to him. But it is what it is. Um,
uh,
the fact of
because Dave thinks that you went out and said that personally his wife was such and such. And I
But
don't think that you was talking about his wife in general. I thought maybe you
here's
was
the deal.
talking about
No.
women in
Here's the
general.
deal. Here's the facts. We're talking about an OFW.
Like
Okay.
one or the whole
We're talking
thousands of OFWs.
OFWs go around the world and use their reproductive organs for financial gain.
But a lot of them, I think, is forced into it,
No, they're
not
not.
doing it because they want to, but their boss, like kind of like forces them into it.
No, because they weren't forced to leave the Philippines.
Well, no, but they did it because they could make money for their families,
So they did it for greed.
right? Well, no, because you know how hard it is to find work in the Philippines.
It,
So a
it,
lot of
I,
them,
I
just
do
like
know how
my
hard it
my
is.
my
I do
kid's
know.
mom went
See,
to.
that's part of the problem, Kevin. I do know how hard it is to find work in the Philippines, and it's not that hard at all. You walk through any mall in the country, um, you got to understand every store there is looking for workers.
Well, yeah, but that's just like time. That's a part-time job. I mean, that's like on a time limit. You after a certain time, then they're gonna release you because the store don't want to have you make too many hours, because if you make too much hours, that means they have to pay you something, like extra, like I forgot the name of it.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, anyway, but I think a lot of OFWs, they get coerced into having sex, but I don't think they do it like,
they do it
oh,
willingly.
let's go do it because they want it. I think they do it because like 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 the boss is drunk, the wife doesn't want to do it, so they say they go to the OFW
No,
and they're
they
like
do it
forced
willingly.
into it.
I have no reason to believe that they don't do it willingly. Partly because they know a lot of them know going into it that that's the case and that's what normally happens, and they still go knowing that's
You you
probably
think
what's going
you
to happen.
think you think at the agency, you think the agent tells the worker that that's going to happen, so be prepared.
So here's the thing then. Okay, say that happens. The fact that they stay there and don't come home,
But a lot of them get their passports taken away, and they
and
don't
whose fault
then.
is that?
mm, you
Under
know
no condition are you to surrender your passport except to government personnel.
Yeah, but we're talking about a young girl that doesn't know anything, and their boss, they're usually their host country is gonna be holding their passport when they leave. Same with their airplane
I,
ticket.
again, again, what I've said before, and I'll say it again. I see no redemptive qualities in the OFW nonsense.
Hmm.
I
Because,
just,
like I
I don't,
said,
I
people
don't.
think that you was saying, like Dave thinks maybe you pointed out, like, to his wife in person, was saying that she was that kind of
She was an
person.
OFW, no questions asked.
I don't know about nothing about his wife, so I don't know anything.
Well, and here's the other thing. You want to specifically talk about that case? We are talking about someone that got on
By
YouTube
no
and said,
nonsense. Thanks for coming to the show.
you did get on. She did get on YouTube and flip people off and start calling them assholes one day. Life in the Philippines, as I see it. Here, let me just correct something. Um, I have been all over the world, man. Literally.
Really,
Um,
you and Sentai 7 both. You guys travel the world, man. I only
I
been half
I
over
I
around
can
the
tell you
world.
something. I've been in some poor countries and I've been in some very well-off countries. But let me tell you something. Philippines is the only country I know that human traffics their own citizens and thinks it's some sort of a benefit economically. Um, I've lived in Samoa, Fiji, that I both lived in. Those both are not very well-off countries, but there it is actually looked down upon to leave the country to work. Uh,
Hmm.
when Fijians leave to go to Australia to work in the farms, it's actually kind of looked down on among the Fijians that it's as
Yeah,
if
good water though.
they can't find real work in Fiji that they had to go to Australia to do it. Um, the Philippines is the only country that celebrates people leaving the country and leaving the economy that they're
They
part
got
of.
too many damn people.
So they're so I've been in that situation. Um, whether
Well,
whether that's a situation or not, the
this
Philippines
was your
have a
chance to say this was your chance to say that you're sorry and you regret what you said to Dave. Maybe Dave will
oh
feel a
like
little bit more open-hearted.
listen. I don't. I I have very few regrets of my times in the Philippines. Very
Me
few.
too.
Um,
But I'm just
do I? Um, that
trying to help
that
you out, buddy.
that that's you know what? And here's the thing. It's neither here nor there. We're talking about something that happened in December 2016.
Oh, I know. But boy, he's still holding a grudge. I'm
And
holding a grudge too about Popeye talking bad about my family and my kids. So
but the
yeah,
best
I mean,
but here's the thing, Kevin. Here's the thing I would tell you. The best thing you can do is just let it go. You think
yeah.
Popeye you think Popeye's gonna come to you and try and make things right?
Oh
No,
no, no.
he's a troll. He's not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You just you know what? Here's the thing. Dave and all his little posse have been trolling me for 2 years. You know what? At the end of the
Boy, it
day,
feels like it's longer.
yeah, but at the end of the day, there's I mean, I just have to go on. I mean, I can't sit there
And
and expect
you're a famous person. Those guys made you.
yeah, I can't expect them to all of a sudden have an epiphany and go, "Oh, the way we've treated PV is wrong and we need to make this right." That's not going to happen.
Hmm.
I mean, it's just not going to happen. So at, at at this point, what I'm telling you, as far as Popeye and some of the stuff that he has said, I would just literally just you just gotta forgive and move on, and that's what I've
Oh,
done.
forgive, but never forget, though.
Well, no, forgiveness is forgetting. Forgiveness it means that you
Yeah,
restore them.
that's never gonna happen. But I'll bury the hatchet. I mean, but I ain't gonna forget about nothing because, like I
Yeah,
said,
I mean some of the most I would say most of um, the stuff that's went on, both in the Philippines as well as in the U.S. Majority of it I've let go and just forgave it, and it doesn't affect me, and realized that it was just a bunch of immature psychopaths. Um, and once you realize that, it's a lot easier to have compassion on them. Um, I mean, okay, let's assume that I were to get angry about the crap these guys have pulled. What good is it going to do
are
me?
you talking about like Mad Dog angry or just like having a bad day angry?
Um, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, what good is it for me to get angry about it? Um, I mean,
Well, no
like,
good because it ain't gonna help you none because
yeah,
if you swing on the guy, he'll definitely have a cop walking around and he's gonna get you
Well,
for soap.
not only that. I mean, even if I get angry, I'll get bitter. That's just the progression that human life goes through. So I cannot get angry. I have to
Yeah.
let things go, and
Well,
especially if
if I get angry, they'll definitely call the cops, because I put them in the hospital, and they're gonna say that I assaulted, and I'm a dangerous person, so
yeah,
they want me arrested.
I mean, I'm just looking at it from, you know, is
I'm just a lovable person.
that now that doesn't mean just because I forgive them and let it go doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to just like give a clean slate. That's one of the reasons that I'm not interested in even meeting with our favorite alcoholic. Because you know what, I have forgiven the crap that he's done, but that doesn't mean that I want to deal with him.
Yeah. So
And
I take it that's going to be a pass
oh,
on the dinner
I have
and
no desire to meet him.
$100+
I think it's hilarious that he would actually uh, offer.
Yeah.
He'd actually
Yeah,
pay money.
he said a free dinner and over $100 to
Here's the
sit
other
down
thing.
and
Here's
have
the
you
other thing.
apologize.
There ain't gonna be no apologies for one. For two, I don't trust him.
Oh hell
Um,
no.
this is a master manipulator. Okay, who knows what he would try and pull? You know,
I just have a reporter with you when you do
I'm
anything,
just not interested in it.
or have a plain clothes cop. I would never do nothing.
I'm just like I said, I'm not interested in
I'm a
meeting
law
the guy.
abiding citizen.
I have there's nothing that can come from it that's positive. Um, and I'm not going to meet with someone just to get some money. I mean,
Oh no, but
there
I
are
mean,
vloggers out there that would meet with someone just to get some money. Believe me, there are some prostitute vloggers out there, but I'm not going to do it.
how much money
You know,
though?
um, yeah, I mean
Well, if
there's
it's a good dinner, like a buffet, I mean that'd be kind of nice.
you know what, if I want a buffet, I can go to a buffet. I don't need his help.
Oh, I was being smart ass.
And so I mean, at the end of the day, what it was to stir up some drama. And because you know what, at the end of the day, nobody watches Dave's crap unless he's insulting someone. I every video of his that it has to insult someone, and that's just the
Hey
nature
Jerry,
of it.
Philippine bound. Jerry, that's not very nice language from you coming out of you, man. We're not bitches.
So I mean,
That hurts my feelings. I'm a
I'm
big
just
dog.
not interested in it, and that's as
Uh,
simple as it goes.
you remember Jerry, don't you, from Philippine Brown? He's been on our show
Oh
many
yeah,
times with you.
yeah. No, I forgot he changed his name.
Yeah, he's a
He's
he's a
one of the
good
guys I met.
guy.
I had a really good conversation. He's another guy. I'll take that back. I would say there's three guys that I've met that were really intellectually stimulating conversations. Jerry was the third one. Jerry's a
You hear
really
that,
smart guy.
Jerry? If you want to come on, I'll throw you a link.
Yeah, he's the other one. So let me ask you because I just don't know. This Sentai, that's a troll, right?
Sentai 7?
No, Sentai Zero is a troll, correct?
Oh, I believe so.
Okay, I figured it was. Uh,
This is my first time seeing him. Welcome to
yeah,
the show.
I didn't figure it was actually Ren. He's another one I don't really watch. I don't really
Who
watch
Sentai
anybody.
7?
No, yeah, Sentai Seven, Shorty Seven. That's what I call him.
Oh. No, he's pretty decent. He's never done nothing. Well, at least to my in front of me, he's never done anything to me.
Yeah, no, I just don't. Uh, what what little I've seen of him, I was not impressed with his channel.
Hmm.
But it is what it is. He pulled the I'm going to interview Frank to get a bunch of views.
Oh, yeah, Frank. I like the interview Frank, but
Here's the
he's
thing
a
with
hard
Frank.
person to get a hold of.
Here's the thing. Frank is not he doesn't hold up to the pressure very well. Okay. Um, and Dave can get under his skin so quickly. And that's really kind of what's happening there is Dave just gets under his skin so quickly. And see,
Hmm.
Dave is just a manipulator. He enjoys screwing with people. It's kind of like a pastime with him. Um, so I kind of feel sorry for Frank, but Frank just needs to realize to do what he wants to do and forget Dave exists.
Yeah, don't let them control him. Hey Jerry, I threw you a link if you want to hop on.
So Sentai Zero had sex with Dave. That's more information than I needed.
Not with Dave. Dave's trying to come back to the U.S. So
Yeah,
so he says he's trying hard to tie up everything and do packing and leave everything behind. So he says.
yeah. I mean, here's the deal.
Roberto says hi.
Here's the thing that I would say realistically is I wish Dave the best. I hope he does well in the states and gets a better hobby than being a troll. Um, and I really do. Um, I really do. I really hoping the best. I have no real hard feelings towards the guy, but he needs uh he needs to chill out with the trolling big time.
Ah,
To answer your question, about it's a different food. Filipino food and U.S. food is very, very different, especially Midwestern food. Um, it's really American food is very high in starches, um, and we don't eat much rice. So there's your answer. Uh, and
shut up asking you a
there's
question.
also some medical reasons I put on quite a bit of weight. Some of the meds that
Oh,
they have me on um, have side effects of weight gain.
oh. And how are you doing with that with the weight that you're carrying around? Do you feel good?
Oh, I mean, like I said, I was weighing about 280. I'm down to about 272 now. and I would like to get down to about 250. Ideally.
Hey, Jerry, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Kev, Pete, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? It's the lady boy I met in the internet cafe.
No,
Come
not
on
me.
now. Come on, don't hold back.
Ha.
Let it out. Let it out.
What kind of
This is
what
a
kind of
hailing
trouble are you
channel.
into
You
now,
gotta
Pete?
understand, Kev. You gotta understand when I met
This is a hailing channel.
he had on lipstick and he had on a hair.
I don't know, Pete. I mean, look, I ran into you on Ermita around about 1 o'clock in the morning. I was walking home from
Yeah,
McDonald's.
1
I saw
o'clock
you
in the
making out
morning.
with-
What were you doing? You had a purse in your
No,
hand?
I went to
Pushing a
McDonald's
pink
over there
scooter?
across from
he
Ayala
was
Mall.
doing
And then
the
Pete-
walk of shame from LA Cafe.
And then PV was like, I don't know, making out with some chick. And then I looked, it was a lady boy. I'm like, damn.
Damn.
The stories are true. So
What's up, man?
not much. Just out of curiosity, how did you end up in Texas? Why Texas? I think everybody wants to know.
Well,
Or did you
well,
already was that a question
well,
already posed?
here's the thing. For two things I'd say. First of all, I did a vlog about that last week. Number two, I talked
didn't
about
see
that
that one.
earlier in the show when you were sitting around playing around instead of listening to
Actually,
the
I
greatest
just got
show on
in.
YouTube.
I just got in. Some of us
Playing
work,
with your
some
Vienna
of us work for a
sausage.
living, and others hang out on YouTube all day. No, I just got in, so I missed it.
The bottom line, Jerry, is I came down here because Austin has very good medical care.
I see.
And I like Austin. Austin's a really cool city.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I heard it's pretty nice. It's a liberal city, though, isn't it?
It is very liberal.
So that wouldn't fit your MO.
Well, yes and no, because here's the thing. Even though I disagree with him on a lot of things, I still can respect that we disagree.
Sure.
I mean, I disagree with you on some things, but I still talk to you.
Yeah, and I disagree with you as well. No, I don't have anything against anybody. Just because you have a problem with somebody else doesn't mean you have a problem with me. You know what I mean? And that's the way I want to keep it. So I don't really follow the herd kind of mentality. If you got a problem with somebody else, that's your problem. Or it's that other person's problem, but it's not my problem. See?
Yeah. So
Austin has a good homeless shelter.
But to answer your other question, Jerry, how did I get to the Texas? I came by Amtrak.
Well, no, I saw that. The
You
point I was
think
trying to
Pete
make.
is sexy, but you're not gay. Well,
Gogo's gay though. I think he likes you, PV. Gogo likes you because I think Gogo's gay, but he doesn't want to tell anybody he's gay. I think he pretends, that he
Nico's
likes
here.
girls. But hey, man, how long are you gonna be in Texas? Or are you just gonna plan on doing that?
I'm gonna be here for quite a bit. I actually am thinking about just sticking this basin here.
Are you moving to I heard some rumors you're moving to San Antonio after.
No, I'm not moving to San Antonio.
Oh, damn! Wow.
Now I will be
going.
I will be going to San Antonio quite a bit, because one of the doctors I need to see is in San Antonio.
Oh, well, I mean, hey, you've got friends over there that'll, look out for you.
And so I will be in San Antonio quite a bit, but I won't be down there dealing. I won't be down there trying to track down a troll.
Oh, really? There's a lot of trolls around there, I think.
There's trolls everywhere.
In San Antonio, there's one really loudmouth troll. And I'm not
you better be. Is his name Roberto?
No.
Were you in Dallas? You were in Dallas too, weren't you?
Yeah, but Roberto's in the hospital. I don't know if you put him in the hospital, but he was there.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing I didn't know is Psychosis lives in Dallas.
Yeah, I think he runs a McDonald's or does something. He's like a manager of a fast food joint, somebody said, or I don't know if there's any truth behind it. But yeah, Psychosis. No, actually, I think Psychosis is in Houston. I think he's in Houston.
Oh,
But I
he
could
said
be wrong.
he said he was in Dallas.
Then maybe he's in Dallas, but he's in Texas.
Because
Kevin
when
called
I
me
put
a
up those
troll.
videos, he told me
Last nomad, you're a troll.
he wish I would have known that I was in Dallas. I would meet up with Psychosis.
Last nomad, I know what you look like though.
I think is Psychosis like half Filipino or something?
I think so.
Yeah, somebody says, yeah, he seems pretty cool, like a good guy. He hasn't been around for a while, but I don't know. Didn't he get like a flood or something?
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, Vic's half.
I wouldn't have a problem meeting with Psychosis. To be quite honest with you, I really want to get away from the whole Philippine space.
Yeah, but you keep bringing it up though, Pete. In order for you to, you're saying that you're going to stop talking about it.
No.
You need to redeem yourself.
Well, no, if you're going to stop talking about something, just like Frank's got the same issues. He wants to stop talking about certain things, but then he'll stop for about 1 or 2 videos, and then he'll come right back on a topic. So you have to
because other people make him do that though.
Well,
nobody's making nobody's making you do anything.
Jerry,
you make me do things when I don't want to do.
Well, Kev, you're easy to manipulate, you know. As everybody thinks.
Here's something you have to understand.
Holding food out the window and throwing it doesn't work no more.
Yeah, like holding a donut on the end of a string and stringing it out the window. Yeah, that'll get your attention.
I like jelly donuts though. I'm gonna switch to a Bavarian though.
Are you? Oh, okay.
Here's one of the things you have to understand.
I'm gonna have surgery over on Thursday. I'm gonna find out about my knee for my knee surgery on Thursday.
Really? What are you gonna do? Take the bone chips out of your knee or something?
Well, that and they're gonna take out that water.
That's easy to drain though. That's easy to drain.
No. They're not gonna drain it. They're gonna take out what's causing the problem.
Oh. Okay.
But I'm gonna. My aunt's gonna come with me, and he's gonna explain the ins and out and stuff.
Well, you need somebody to hold your hand to go to the doctor.
No. I just want my aunt there to for when he's explaining it. I just want somebody to like understand what's going on.
Yeah, but I heard that your aunt's gonna drop you off, take off, leave, and then come home and change the door locks. That's what I heard.
Move.
Here, can I say something?
Go ahead, Pete.
First thing, going on what people hear and say, gossip is never really a smart move.
Yeah, but you can't take.
They got to take out 200 pounds. Maybe 120 pounds would be good.
You can't take YouTube seriously. That's the whole point.
Here's the other thing I'd say is just a reality check.
On Thursday I'm going to find out.
Here's what I would say to Kevin: just a reality check. If you keep having so much problem with your knees, you probably need to
cut it off.
Need to cut some weight.
No, I'm gonna on both my knees. I need to have total knee replacement because right now I have bone against bone on my joints.
Well, but that's what you get for being on your knees all the time, Big Kev. I mean, that's what you get for being on your knees all the time. So you know.
Listen, what I'm saying. You know what? Here's the other question I have for you, Kevin. And a very serious question. How much do you swim?
Big Kev doesn't swim.
Oh, I mean, I can swim all the time.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You could swim all the time.
Not that he does.
No, he said he could.
I don't like swimming. I don't like swimming in the lake here. I don't like having stuff touching me like snapping turtles and fish. I don't like that stuff touching me in the water.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I can swim real good. I'm very buoyant.
Yeah. So, hey, Pete, it's pretty good that you're traveling around and stuff. Do you mind me asking? Or you got a place to stay in Austin? Did you? Did you rent a room? It's a college town. You can rent a room somewhere or whatever.
I do have some connections in Austin, and I mean, here's what I am going to say is a lot of things involving my personal life.
Oh, that's cool.
Don't say too much.
No, we're just talking about. I'm not asking for any like addresses.
And especially on a hot mic.
Oh, okay.
Here's the deal: anything that I say will be taken out of context and used against me.
But that's okay.
Oh,
They take Kevin's stuff out of context. They'll take my stuff out of context.
Yeah, but no,
Okay.
just listen. There's an extra level of hatred when it comes to PB.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know,
I hate
you're a well-liked guy. Everybody likes you. I mean, that's the thing. So when you're popular as you are, that's gonna happen.
There's an extra level of hatred for PB.
No, hatred. I thought hatred. I don't know, dude. Well, you know, I mean, you know, some of your views are really kind of overboard, to be honest with you. I mean, you got to kind of agree with that, you know.
I think you're a great guy. That's why I let you come on my shows all the time.
Well, no, Kev's just going for
not because of the views.
Kev's a view whore. Kev's a view whore.
I just like you. You know that.
Well, I mean, you know, whatever you do. Hey, are you going to try to get back to the Philippines, or are you just going to kind of hang out for a while?
Here's the deal.
That's not nice.
Here's the deal: is if I were to come back, well, if or when I come back, it's only going to be for a month, 2 months, 3 months max, and then back out.
Right.
But you would go back to the Philippines.
He would.
I mean, I may go back.
Everybody does.
But
even Bob is ready to go back.
But here's the thing: is I'm not.
Oh, Bob. Yeah, Bob's ready to go back too.
Oh, Nico.
I didn't know Nico was a hater.
Man. No, Nico, you gotta quit hanging out with certain people. They're changing your mind.
Yeah, Nico's becoming a hater. I didn't know that. I thought he was cool with everybody. Damn,
man, he'd saying that I'm fat.
Wow.
Well,
yeah,
I'm plump. I'm plump. That's all. I'm just like a nice kung fu panda.
So if you go back just for a few months, huh?
Yeah.
But they snatched. I mean, they took your passport away, obviously, when you came back. So you got to kind of get that back. Well, didn't you get repatriated back?
No.
Oh, I thought you got repatriated back.
You've been listening to trolls too much.
No, I don't listen to anybody because I don't even come on much. I presumed you got.
No, you listen to me. Remember that.
No,
everybody listens.
Normally, I don't assume anything, but I went under the assumption you got repatriated back.
Okay, what does the word assume spell like?
What do you mean? What is it?
Oh man, Nico, what's wrong with you?
What do you mean? What is this? What'd you say, Kev? Your wife is making love to another man. Damn, Nico. I don't know. I'm having second thoughts about Nico, man. I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I think he's hanging out with the wrong company if he's acting like that.
But here's the bottom line is, when I do come back, like I said, it will just be for a short time.
Hey,
right.
Hey Kevin, that's not me talking, so don't listen to that.
What do you mean that's not?
How many Nicos are there?
Yeah.
No, dude, I'm talking to you right now, and I bet you the person. I'm at work right now. I text here and there. I'm looking at the YouTube right now, bro. Somebody took my picture, and they're talking. Look, I'm talking, and that person's still writing. Look at.
Wait, let me see. Let's go to his channel. Let's go to the guy's channel.
I'm talking to you, dude. It's not me.
Is that a troll? Let's see if it's a troll.
Oh.
It's a troll. Yeah, that's a troll.
That's not messed up.
I was wondering. I go, damn, that's Nico.
I can't talk to people. Let people know.
Yeah, that's a troll.
I'm talking to you right now. Somebody's typing.
Yeah, that's a troll account.
Crazy shit on there.
All right. Oh, this guy's gone.
I was wondering.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Boot him out because it's not me. If you boot me out, it's fine.
No. I appreciate you doing that.
No, I would never never talk about you, bro. I hear you. I mean, that's not me at all, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? Look at this still writing. I'm like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
going on?
I was gonna say after the other night when Popeye booted me, I was saying, man, that's
Popeye
kind of
booted
messed
you?
up.
You got booted on Popeye's.
Yeah.
I talked to him.
I think that's a badge of honor.
Listen, you know, if you
Yeah,
want
right.
to show, that's great. You know,
I
I
think-
know you have a problem with Kevin, but I don't have an issue with Kevin. He goes, Nico, I don't want you to be involved in it. I said, yeah, but you can't have a show and then attack Kevin or say something about Kevin. Then people are gonna, you know, put me in the same level as what you're doing. You know what I mean? I don't appreciate that.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
I was like, I was gonna call you yesterday, but I was like, when I seen this person writing, it's not. I'm like, who the fuck is this? I'm on the phone. Okay.
Somebody said that's Gogo's one. That's one of Gogo's accounts or something.
I'm on the phone with you, dude. I don't even know who. You know what? I don't even know who the fuck's writing this.
Yeah, some
It's
clown.
a troll. It's a troll. You got booted from Popeye's live chat or something.
If you click on it, it says this channel doesn't have any content.
Yeah.
That's not my show.
Yeah, okay, brother.
Click on it real quick.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
like I said,
Filipino using the
I was
account,
going,
huh?
man, that I was saying, man, you changed. But yeah, that's cool, buddy.
No, I would never talk about you like that, man. Just let everybody know, you know, that there's somebody fucking around with fucking people's avatars and shit, all right?
All right, brother.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right, bud.
I'll call you a little bit when I get out of here.
All right, bro.
So you got booted, huh? You got booted from I think I don't know. I
Yeah,
thought-
last night, Papa
Really?
was having the show with Nico, and I said to when I was leaving, I said, good show, Nico Popeye, and then Popeye came on and said, this guy Kevin, no bull, he's a bad guy, and he's
Wow.
always talking bad, and I
Are you
don't like
surprised?
him, and I don't want him in my yard. He should stay on his own yard, and
Really?
he kicked me
Well,
off.
I mean, why? Yeah, but why do you
But
even
that's
bother?
okay. That's okay.
But why do you even bother going to that live stream? I mean, what information really
I just
benefits
did
you?
it for giggles,
Were
and
you
I
bored?
I seen the real him.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, I don't even bother going to a channel like that because there's nothing I can learn from that channel. Not a goddamn thing. So I don't go. And as a matter of fact, I think they said I was banned or blocked. So I may even be blocked. But I thought I was blocked on this one channel, and I made a comment that I thought I was blocked, and it took the comment. So maybe I'm not blocked on one of these other channels. But again, you know, unless you're looking for some sort of entertainment, what are you going to learn from that channel and maybe a couple other channels? What are you going to learn, man?
Well, you know, Popeye blocked me. Dave blocked me from his channel, and somebody blocked me from Riff Raff Radio.
They blocked you on Riff Raff Radio too?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Why would they block you on Riff Raff Radio? They would probably hope that you come back on and maybe add to the content.
Well, they don't like, because I have a lot of people, and they all respond like saying stuff, and they don't like it when I go on there. So they think I disrupt the show.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it is what it is. Again, I don't really watch these shows. I did in the beginning, but there's really nothing there. There's nothing there, no content there. If they talk about me, I really don't care. That's cool. It actually brings people to my channel, and I actually pick up subs from that. But if they want to talk about me, I really don't care. That's
yeah. Popeye says I have no content, but I have. Look at how many people I have, and look at Jesus, look how big my show is and stuff.
Well, these people that come to
his.
see these people that come to see you kind of feel sorry for you. That's why they come and see you. There's really no other reason.
Well, I know they come because I have superstars on my show.
Oh, it can't be me. Oh, Pete. Yeah, Pete. I think Pete's
Peter.
Yeah, Pete's in the superstar category now, right?
But anyway, You know,
Anyway, Pete.
but my
so, hey,
show is for entertainment use only.
yeah, it is what it is.
Yep.
I'm gonna put somebody on
Don't
the
let this
timeout.
stuff get you down.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. So hey, Pete,
Yeah.
is you still there? So hey, so far you like Austin so far?
I do. Like I said, the only thing I really find weird about Austin, well, first of all, Austin's slogan is "Keep Austin Weird." So, but the only thing I find weird is the police here. Like, they don't do much.
Well, I mean, that's anywhere in the U.S. now. They don't really do shit.
No, no.
Unless
Shut
you
up.
come to
Yeah,
Chicago.
don't take it too serious. Yeah, that's true.
Listen,
Well, I mean,
walking
what
down
kind
the
of
street
crime do
the
you
other
have in
night.
Austin? Do you have any crime in Austin? Is there any crime in Austin?
Well,
I
I was
don't know
walking.
who put you in
Listen, I was
timeout,
walking
but
down the street, and some dude was smoking a joint right in front of the
it's only
police.
for 300 minutes.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
I put him in timeout, Big Kev.
Oh, okay.
I just put a 300-second timeout for this guy. Once in a while, you got to do that.
yeah. That other than that, I like Austin.
Austin's cool.
Is it a big city?
No.
It's about the size of Kansas City.
How many? What's the population there?
The metro's like 2.1 million.
Really? You got that many people?
Yeah,
there?
it's a big city.
Wow, I didn't know.
And-
I thought it was just a college town, like maybe 300,000.
Well, yeah, but it has 100 people moving to it every day.
Oh, really? Are there like a lot of tech jobs and stuff like that?
Yeah.
There, or no?
Like
Really?
PayPal has big operations here. Google has a big operation here. I think Indeed is headquartered here.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah,
You got to pay attention a little bit, buddy.
it's like a little California.
Mm.
But
Wow.
yeah,
Well, is it easier to get lost there?
not too bad. I had some trouble figuring out the bus system, but I think I got it figured out now.
Well, that's good. They have a good transportation system, huh?
Yeah, it costs $20 a month.
Nice. Well, that's cool for a bus pass.
Yeah.
How
Try
much is
getting
it a
that-
month?
$20.
Really? That's pretty cheap for a monthly pass
Well,
for a bus pass.
that's for disabled.
Oh, what? You got the disabled? You were able to get a disabled category?
Yeah.
Well, you're
Okay.
not disabled. Can you walk?
So
Can you walk?
Yeah, but
Do what?
Wait.
he has another disability. So
How is he disabled? How are you disabled?
disability? Damn it! Listen.
Well, no, I heard what he says.
Jerry.
Pete.
Okay. Let me help you here. Epilepsy is a disability. It's
Oh,
a
they consider that a
neurological-
disability. They consider that a disability.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Again, a lot of times, certain cities, disability is more physical. See
Well,
what I mean?
no. It's determined by the federal government.
I see. Okay.
I am considered 100% disabled because of it.
Oh, all right. I don't know. Again, generally it's physical, but when you get like bus passes or any kind
Epilepsy
of
is
transit
physical.
pass. Well, I guess they could consider it physical. Oh yeah, I'm
Okay.
always looking like
Hold on. Let me give some education here. First of all, physical doesn't mean that you can necessarily see it. Number two, you can also be
Pete, I'm just fucking with you.
How rude are you, Jerry?
I'm just fucking
exactly,
with you.
brother.
No, I understand. It's considered disability. I was just fucking with you. Again, I'm just kind of in a weird mood right now. I'm drinking a beer.
but anyways, yeah, I get the $20 unlimited.
That's cool. That's a good price. How much is it normally, though? What's it, about 60 or 70 a month?
About double that.
Oh, 40 only? That's
Okay.
not bad. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So
that's
what?
not bad at all.
Normally it's like a dollar a trip.
No, it's got to be a little bit more than that, isn't it? Well, maybe it is. Maybe about $1.50. Yeah, maybe $1.25, $1.50.
Oh, because that's
but-
what it costs when I was in Guam. That's how much it costs for a bus ride.
Okay, but that's in
When was
Guam.
$1.
But that's in
Yeah,
Guam.
but here's the thing: you go to the Philippines and you try and get unlimited rides for $20.
You mean 20 pesos?
Yeah,
No.
$20. That's a lot of rides in the Philippines, though.
Not really.
Yeah, it is. I mean, think about it. If it's 20 pesos a ride, I mean, you know, sometimes you might take 3 jeepneys, but generally in Manila, you can get to your destination with 2 jeepneys. Well, sometimes you got to take a van too. It depends where you're going.
I was in Manila spending probably close to probably close to 300 to 400 pesos a day on transportation.
How much, Pete? 400? Did you say 400
Hey.
pesos a day?
Close to it.
No, it's not possible. It's not possible.
Okay, you take the MRT across, that's 25 pesos.
Okay.
Hey,
An
What?
air conditioned
Hey, Peter.
bus is 30 pesos.
Okay.
You just by the time you run around all day doing stuff, it adds up.
Well, no. I mean, come on. So you might take another 2, 3 jeepneys. That's another 30 pesos. Nah, there's no way you're gonna spend 400 pesos a day. Not even 300. It can't be. Think about it. You just said 30 pesos. The MRT is the MRT 25 pesos.
Roberto says there's somebody that takes advantage of the system.
Well, wait, that's 50 pesos. The MRT, a
Roberto,
bus,
nice
and then you
seeing you
take
again,
3
brother.
jeepneys. That's another 30. Let's just say you take 6 jeepneys. That's another 60. Nah, you might spend 100, 110 pesos a day at the
Yeah, but
most.
see, I'm not talking about the jeepneys. I'm talking about using the bus system.
Well, didn't you take any jeepneys when you were in the Philippines? When you were in Manila?
Yeah,
I
all the
didn't
time.
like to.
Well,
Because
Kev,
here's
you
the thing.
can't even fit into a jeepney, Kev. What are
Here,
you
let me
talking?
say something about the jeepneys. Okay?
What?
And I don't know if Captain Spaulding's still there, but he could attest to this. So could Johnny Warrior and myself. Jeepneys are not made for people over 6 foot.
Well, yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I got scars all over my top of my head for banging the top of the ceiling. We got Priscilla in the house.
Yeah, I
From
don't know. Yeah,
Belgium.
maybe you're right. I mean, yeah, that's true. If you're tall, it's kind of a little bit hard. I mean, you got to continuously lean down, you know, when you're sitting.
500 pesos
Yeah.
a day.
Nah,
Man,
not
that's
500 pesos a day.
$10.
So then what do you take, dude? So then basically you take buses and you take what?
Tricycle?
Vans and MRT. Is that correct?
No, but if
Yeah.
you use the air conditioned bus across
Right.
EDSA,
I took I took the air conditioned bus from Makati all the way to like a southern Ermita, you know, and I can't remember how much we paid. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, it might have been 50 or 60 pesos. Yeah, you're about
yeah,
right.
no, it's not too bad. But what I'm saying is, by the time you add everything up, it can get a little expensive.
Yeah, but I don't know about 300 pesos a day. That's a lot, man. That's a lot of transportation. That's a lot of moving
Well, yeah,
around.
you're going like from one area to another, like around 3 hours away.
Right. Yeah, but that's a lot of money, man.
That's a long distance ride.
Because you figure you'll do some walking, you'll do some catch. But I mean, so you never took a jeepney? I mean, I mean,
Oh, I have. I just
yeah.
they're
That's almost
uncomfortable.
like from Iloilo to Boracay.
From Iloilo to Boracay. That's not on the
You know,
same island. You have to take a ferry.
no. I'm talking about like if you go like from the bus
Right.
you could go from the bus terminal to Iloilo. I mean, from the bus terminal to Boracay, to a clan, and that's around maybe 400 pesos. If you
Yeah,
take the
but
van
Pete is just
or the
cruising around
bus.
Manila. He's just cruising around Manila. I mean, basically, Pete,
Okay.
you kind of hung out around Manila. You went up to maybe Angeles City a little bit.
Oh no! Then you didn't follow me. I went all the way. I went all the way up and down Lanazon. I went to Mindanao. I went to Palawan.
Yeah, I mean, I saw you
Oh,
went to
so
Mindanao
you took the
once. I
bus,
saw you.
the
You went to
ferry like that?
Dumaguete once. I remember. You went to Dumaguete once. I remember that. But I mean, it's like overall majority of the time though you did spend in Manila. Majority.
I floated. I did a lot of floating between Makati, Baguio, and Puerto Parenza.
Porta Princesa.
Peter's not going to get whipped if he meets up with Dave. Maybe Dave's going to have maybe 4 guys in the shadow.
Peter's on the run. Peter, were you on the run? No, you weren't on
Peter's
the run.
not going to run from nobody.
I talked about this earlier in the show. All these
He's the best there is and the best there ever going to be. Remember that.
They made this claim about immigration. It wasn't true. They made this claim about MBI. It wasn't true. Is everyone saw I left the Philippines?
Dun, dun, dun.
You know,
they ate their words a lot. That's for sure.
Well, again, it is what it is. So you're back in the States. So what kind of content you're going to bring your viewers now? It can't be the Philippines.
Yeah, I understand. Because remember we were talking about you're going to recome.
Because most of my viewers are sexpats from the Philippines right now.
But let me ask you a question, all right, Pete? And I think we talked about this when we ran into each other. Why do you consider somebody? And again, I'm not defending anybody. I am not defending anybody anymore.
Hold on. You didn't let me finish.
Are you talking about a pussy cat?
Huh?
Roberto?
Since most of my viewers right now are sexpats from the Philippines, I'm gonna go find all the CD bars in Texas and show it to them.
Damn, Pete. Well, anyway, I'm not defending anybody anymore because every time I defend somebody against you, they turn on me. So no more defending anybody.
Because you're a bad man.
Yeah,
Not
I
bad
guess.
man, but bad man.
But you know what? Hey, think about it this way, Pete. I mean, hey, if like somebody like my age, I'm 61. Why would I want to date a woman that's like 60 years old, or a white woman or a Western woman? So that's why we go to the Philippines, because the women there will take care of you. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. So some of these guys
and a little bit younger.
Wait a second.
So some of these guys
are they taking care of you or taking care of emptying your bank account?
No, they're taking care of me. Now, again, look, some of these guys, well, they want to go 20 or 30 years younger. That's their choice. Whether the woman takes care of them, well, we don't need to know, Kev. Don't worry, I'll keep the show going. So whether if they want to go out with somebody that's 30 years younger, that's their choice. Whether the woman takes care of them or whether the woman takes their bankroll, takes all their money, that's their choice. That's the choice that they made. Yeah.
Just let me ask you a question. You are not going to do an hour and a half defense like Rick K did, are you?
No, not at all. Look, because my wife's only 10 years younger. Twit, my wife's only 10 years younger than me.
I thought you were going to do it. I thought you were going to do it.
No. Look, I don't care what people do. If somebody,
why it's okay to be a pedophile.
No. Look, if somebody wants to date a woman that's 20 or 30 years young, that's their choice. It doesn't really matter. I really don't care. That's their choice. If that what makes them happy, what the fuck? Why not?
Okay, you know well, I mean? Let me ask you a question. And I understand you're not a doctor, but
I'm not a doctor.
What is the biological difference between a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old?
What is the biological difference between a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old? Well, tell me what it is. What is it?
There is none.
Okay.
But these guys say, well, if it's 17, it's horrible, and if it's 18, you're a stud.
Well, look. Here's the thing. I don't know what a lot of these guys have in common with these young girls. These guys that are 30 years their senior, especially if they're highly educated. I don't know what they have in common. The only thing I think they have in common is getting in there, getting them panties, right? They're getting them panties off. That's the only thing they have in common. But if that's what makes them happy, fuck it. Let them do it. I'm sure they're going to go through a lot of shit because you see a lot of these guys that have these big age gap relationships. A lot of them are not very happy, and a lot of them are. But that's their choice. That's what they want to do.
Okay, then let me ask a couple questions. First of all, how do we know that they're happy? Because they say so on YouTube?
No, some of them you can just look at the expression on their face when they do when they do their videos. They're not happy. Some of them are happy.
Some of these guys are being very silly about their pursuit of getting off.
Well, you know what? You got to remember, some of these guys don't want to be married. They don't want to start a family. Okay? They don't want to be married. They don't want to start a family. They just want to play. See what I mean? I mean, if I didn't find my wife, if I didn't happen to run into my wife in my first couple, 2-3 trips there in the Philippines, I probably would be doing the same thing as what some of these guys are doing. I would just stay single and just have fun. Okay? But the problem is, it's gonna gets old after a while. You know, I'm not there to take care of somebody. I'm there to have somebody take care of me. See what I mean? So if you're gonna get somebody to take care of you, you most likely will have to go with a woman that's obviously older than 20 years old. You know,
Okay,
definitely.
hold on. If you want a woman to take care of you, they look in the wrong places. You don't look in the wrong guys. You go look at Forbes Park for women that will take care of you.
Well, you're talking about hookers, man. Hey, I bet you there's got to be
Everybody
some nice.
needs love.
Wait, there's some nice women in the Bronx, guys. There's got to be, man. There's nice women everywhere.
No, I'm talking about if you want someone to take care of you, you want to
Yeah.
go get some. You want to go get some of the rich people's daughters.
Well,
Oh,
that's a
geez.
lot of love.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I really don't care what people do. It's, you know, let them have fun. Think about it. If the guy was here if he was here in the States, he'd be sitting in a fucking nursing home. At least he's in the Philippines, fucking hooting it up, happing it up, having fun, chasing women. He'll live longer. If people retire in the Philippines, they'll live a lot longer than retiring here in the States. I tell you that right now. So let them do what they want. Let them have fucking fun. Here's a guy that might have worked fucking 45, 50 years of his life. Fuck it. Let him enjoy his last 20, 30 years or whatever in the hell he's going. You know what I mean, Pete?
Well, I mean, it's not quite that simple because
Why not?
it isn't just them enjoying their life because what they're doing is they're dragging other people into. I mean, here's the thing. Take Angeles, for example,
Right?
or LA Cafe, your favorite place.
Like,
That's a
okay,
nice town.
it's a cool place. I've been in.
Those girls are so broken emotionally.
Okay.
That's small Korea now.
I mean, I've seen Big Kevin LA Cafe. He hangs out in there once in a while.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I'm just
please.
saying. It's a broken state,
Look,
and
man.
it isn't just the guys doing what they're doing because they leave a path of those girls all messed up.
Well, no, it's look. If the woman
And here's
wants,
the other thing:
if
a
the
lot of
woman
these
chose,
guys,
hang on, Pete.
listen.
If the woman chose to go into that profession, that's on her. Okay. And
Here's
a lot
another
of these
thing.
guys that may hook up with these women may be already broken. Some of them do it to pay their college, their college tuition.
Or
Some of
help
them
the
do it
parents.
or help the parents. There's a
Here's
lot
the
of
other.
different. They're not all broken.
Hold on,
There's a
hold
variety
on.
of different reasons. Hang on, let me finish. There's a variety of different reasons why women do what they do in a sex trade, plain and simple. I mean,
Here's
you can't disagree with that.
here's another big issue. A lot of these guys go over here and feed these girls full of pipe dreams.
And they probably do so you can get into the panties, of course. I mean, we did that when we were young here in the States. To get into women's panties, right? Didn't you do that when you were younger?
Do
Like,
what?
in high school, didn't you do that when you were in high school or in college when trying to get that pussy? I mean,
I
you
didn't
tell
fill
women what
anybody
they want
full
to
of
hear and
pipe
you get that
dreams.
pussy. Huh?
I didn't
What's that?
fill anybody. These guys go over there, claim that half these guys. I know of one guy. He was engaged to 4 different women at one time.
Well, I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Imagine what would happen in Chicago if some guy was engaged to 4 different women at one time.
I don't know.
It wouldn't be
It may
pretty.
happen.
Hey,
Maybe,
Randall.
maybe not.
Actually, I think that may be a crime.
I'm not sure. Yeah, again, the whole point is, Pete, hey, people go to the Philippines for many reasons. Some people go there to retire, they're married. Some people go there to have families. Some people go there to just have fun, chase women, stay single. And there's people that go there because it's
A little bit of
cheaper
relaxed
cost.
time.
Yeah, it's relaxed. It's cheaper cost of living. I mean, there's so
I
many
don't
different
believe-
reasons.
Hold
Hang
on.
on. there are so many different reasons why people move there. You cannot lump everybody that's at the age of 60 into one category that they're all sexpats or 60 or 70.
Okay, first
in the house.
hold on. If you're 60 years old, you have no business starting a family. Let's get that straight.
Well, you know what? I agree to a certain point with you. There are guys, because here's the thing. One, the cons about starting a family at that age, especially 60. I know guys that are starting families at 70. The problem is you're going to die before your kid gets out of grade school, and that's one bad thing. And then by the time you die, which might be, you might be 85, which is another, which in an additional 15 years, your wife might be, say, 50. Nobody wants her, so she's going to be pretty much alone the rest of her life, most of the time. Okay.
Hey,
so
Peter.
That's one drawback.
Peter, would you eject if Roberto comes on?
We're having a positive conversation.
It's gonna get crazy. It'll get crazy if he gets on, Kev. It'll get crazy.
I'm just asking.
I mean, you can do it if you want. I don't really care, but it'll get kind of crazy. See, I keep it civil. I may not agree with Pete, but
or we get Sentai 7 in the house. You like Sentai 7, don't you?
Going back to what I was saying, first of all, you have no business starting a family at 60.
Secondly, it's their choice, Pete.
You have not you, but anyone has no business that's going to another country for the explicit purpose of screwing women.
Who says, though, Pete? Who says that? Is there a law in the Philippine Constitution that says that you foreigners have no right to come here and get pussy? Is there a law?
Actually, there is.
No, there isn't. It can't be. No, there isn't. Like, I'm serious. At this point,
you'd be surprised what's on the book.
Pull something out of your ass. There is no law that says you cannot come to the Philippines to get pussy. There is no law that says you can't come to the U.S. to get pussy. I know that there's no law anywhere that says that you cannot come to a specific country to get pussy. I know there isn't. I mean, I wasn't born yesterday, that's for sure.
Listen, all I'm going to say is ask B-Bots only. He'll tell you.
Well, no, that has nothing to do with B-Bots. My question was to you: is there a law in the Philippine Constitution? You got to listen to what I say, where it says you cannot come to the Philippines to get pussy. You know it. I know it. There is no such law.
Well, here's the thing. Hold on. Mail order brides are illegal in the Philippines.
What constitutes a mail order bride?
Human trafficking is illegal in the Philippines.
I didn't say anything about human trafficking. I didn't say anything about
that's what these guys are doing.
No, I didn't say. My question was: is there a law that says it's illegal to come to the Philippines to get pussy? There isn't, Pete. There isn't. They can't.
I would have to look them up again, but there is.
You got to look it up again. Don't just pull something and say.
There are several.
See, Big Kevin, yeah.
There was actually a law that was going to be introduced. I don't think it ever went nowhere.
Okay.
Where if you're an American, you had to prove you had X amount of dollars in order to date a Filipino.
Yeah, I think they were trying to pass that through recently, but I don't think that went anywhere. It still may be in the works, though. And I don't know. They were talking about it, but I haven't heard anything about it, so maybe it's still in the works.
Yeah, I just remember hearing it. I don't know the whole story behind it.
Right. But again, it doesn't cost a whole hell of a lot to come into the Philippines. I mean, you might have to show $1,000 or something. I think most people can come up with $1,000.
I think that they're going to be pretty strict with it. I think because, you got to
understand if they're too strict, it's going to kill tourism. So they're not going to.
It's not going to kill tourism.
Sure, it is.
They don't want those type of tourists.
They don't want a tourist that's going to cause problems or bring a health risk to the country.
But they're not going to turn somebody down that's got $1,000 in their pocket that wants to come to the Philippines for a couple of weeks. They're not going to do. They're not going to turn them down.
They're going to go through $1,000 pretty fast.
Now, $1,000, it'll definitely last you more than 2 weeks in the Philippines.
Hold on, the Philippines needs tourists that will, that are legit tourists that are families.
Right. Well, no, you can have single people that are tourists. It doesn't have to be families.
They don't want people that will come and screw other young teenagers.
Nah, it's not that, dude. I mean, yeah, there's a percentage that does that, but I'm sure most people are not, as you quote, pedophile.
What bothers me is a very large percentage of the guys doing that are Americans.
Do you have the stats on that? Can you show me the stats on that?
The former ambassador says that 40% of all men that arrive in the Philippines are there for sex tourism.
Right, but you have to understand there's more than Americans there. There's Chinese there. There's
I'm just saying
people from
the Koreans are horrible.
Koreans are there. Koreans are worse. So you can't say that 40% of what do you call it, sexpats are Americans. You can't do that. There's no stats.
Well, I think that would have to be like Western or
there's Brits there. I mean, there's
Western
Brits there. There's Germans there. There's everybody.
I mean, I can look across the space of just the vloggers that are doing it, which is most of them.
Hey, Norwegian Polar Bear, how you doing, man?
And majority of them are Americans that are doing the
the Koreans are very.
Koreans are the number one sexpats. Yeah, there they go.
Yeah, easily.
I bet you Gogo's Korean too.
Easily, because they carry. They always catch something when they're there.
Oh, really?
They're always getting drippy dick.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're gonna get these. Any third world country, you're gonna get these fucking pedophiles. That's just, you can't get around that. But that's just, I would say that's a small percentage of the foreigners that go to the Philippines. You can't say everybody's a sexpat or everybody's a pedophile. Though. You can't do that.
No, I didn't say everybody's a sexpat. I just said majority of them are.
Wow.
Now,
what's your percentage when you say majority?
Hold on. Who do I? What do I mean when I say sexpat? Henry, Ned.
Well, you know. Yeah, but look, why do you consider that? Let me ask you a question. Okay, look, these guys are single. They got girlfriends. So why would they be considered a sexpat? Just because their girlfriends are like 30 years younger or 20 years younger?
Okay, hold on. First
they
of all,
get
let's
a new
talk
one
about one of them.
each month.
The dude came to the Philippines chasing a married woman.
Who? Oh, Henry? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. But that's okay. But just because she's married doesn't mean he's a sexpat.
Okay.
Right? I'm not taking up for anybody. Listen.
The guy changes women like you change tires on your car.
I used to do that. I used to change women. I mean, look, I got married my first time at 52, and I used to change women like I used to fucking change underwear. So it's just
I don't wear underwear.
Well, yeah, I don't even want to think about that, Big Kev. Don't give me that mental. Oh, now you fucked me all up, Big Kev. So again, just because somebody changes girlfriends doesn't mean it's a sexpat. He just wants to change girlfriends.
No.
Maybe the guy gets bored.
I just want to get a pair that fits me.
Hold on.
What's that?
What a sexpat is someone from a foreign country that travels to another country for the purpose of sexual behavior.
Okay, some guys like sex. What the hell? It's not a big deal.
Okay. You know what? And that's fine. You know what?
Right.
That's one of the things I respect about the Angeles crowd. They're very, you know what? You call them a sexpat? They'll be like, hell yeah, I am. You say that to people like Henry and they get all upset and try and pretend like they're not.
Whatever. I mean, look, why make it a big deal? Just why even mention it though? That's their business. What they want to do there. See what I mean? It's their business.
Because he's an example to us. Look what he's doing. That sounded good. Just had to throw that in. Peter.
I guess I just don't care what people do. I really just don't care.
I can say this though. Since I've been back, I have not had any problems with sexpats bothering me.
Well, that's good. That's a good thing, right?
I noticed in America they don't behave the same.
What's Sentai? Hey, did you guys see? I saw
Big Sentai 7.
I saw a troll account, and it was
All
called
around.
Sentai.
I
It was
hear
called
that.
Sentai Zero. Hey Ren, did you see the new troll that's out there with a Sentai
Yeah, he was
Zero
just
avatar?
here.
Was he here? Oh shit!
Yeah. Yeah.
Sentai 7 and Sentai Zero. If they were both here, that would be really funny, man. I didn't see the other
Brother
guy.
and sister.
Oh shit! So hey Pete, is Ren a sexpat?
What? Here's the question. I defined what a sexpat
No,
is.
Ren's
Well,
gonna get
is
married
Ren
pretty soon.
is Sentai
Why do
7
we
a
have to get it?
sexpat?
Is this person that person is? I'll give you some examples.
Okay.
Henry, Ned, definitely Ned, for sure Ned.
Well, wait. Why is Ned a sexpat? He had a girlfriend, and then he's got a
Philippine
second
Creep.
girlfriend. Huh?
That's the name of his channel is Philippine Creep.
Well, no, wait a minute. But look, he's had 2 girlfriends the whole time I've been following this guy. So why would he be considered a sexpat?
Hold on. He's another one that came. He moved to the Philippines to chase a woman.
Okay, but it's okay. He moved to the Philippines to come here and get a different an Asian girlfriend. What's the big deal?
Okay,
So instead of staying in the state,
Hold on. Yellow
instead of
fever.
staying in the state, and
Very
again,
nice.
I am not defending anyone. But I'm just saying
You're
the whole point is,
confusing me.
I came to the Philippines to find me a wife.
You're confusing me.
I didn't stay here to find a wife.
And you got a good wife too, Jerry.
So am I a sexpat? I'm serious. Am I a sexpat?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You confuse me though.
Why?
Because here's let me just say this. How
Hey,
can you not consider
Roberto, what
Philippine Creep?
is all this sucking stuff? What's wrong with you, man?
Well, no, hey Pete, why do I confuse? I mean, we're just shooting the shit anyway.
Are you on medication, Roberto?
Okay, Gogo says I'm not a
man.
So wait, Pete, am I considered a sexpat or I'm not considered a sexpat?
You know what? That's for you to
good,
determine.
Gogo.
Huh?
That's for you to determine. I don't get into calling people sexpats. The only ones I really consider sexpats.
Wait, you're contradicting yourself a little bit here now. You just said you don't get into calling people sexpats, but you do.
I defined it.
Uh-huh.
As I gave some examples.
Right.
And definitely people like Life Beyond the Sewer and Philippine Creeps for sure.
What does Roberto got to say? Okay,
so wait, is Ren a sexpat? Let's see if is Ren considered sexpat or he's not a sexpat.
No,
because Chixie's like 20 years younger than him. Is she 20 years younger than him?
Again, what did I just say? I'm not going to get into is this person, is that person nonsense that everybody always tries to drag me into.
Oh.
Sorry, Big Kevin, my friend. Oh, what are you sorry about? Don't be sorry. This show is nothing but entertainment.
Yeah, but anyway, we're just fucking around anyway. We're just
this is, people are airing out. Roberto, he's on medication, so that's okay. Whatever he's saying.
Hey, Pete, is Big Kev considered a sexpat?
Hey, I got kids.
I would say Big Kev's a sexpat. I think he is.
Thank you.
He just doesn't need a song.
What did I just say?
Why? Because I had multiple women and multiple kids. I'm just a good lover.
Yeah, so you're just a sexpat.
I was a good lover.
Oh, okay. All right. I will take you out of the sexpat category.
Thanks, buddy.
But anyway, all right. Well, we're just joking, man. We're just talking some shit. Hey, I was watching your show earlier, Pete, your live stream, but you cut it real short. Why did you cut it so short? Oh shit! Is he gone?
Oh, there he is, right here.
Did Pete leave?
Oh, I don't know. I was talking about that other guy.
Which guy?
The Sentai 7.
Yeah, Sentai's there. The Sentai Zero. Double.
Let me see if Peter. Huh. Maybe he unhooked
I think Pete left. Oh well. Yeah, maybe he'll come back on. I don't know.
Oh.
Or
Well,
he might have got
that
knocked
was pretty good that he. Yeah, I was just on. I was doing things on my computer. I was tweaking some things on my on my other show and for my green screen, and I looked at my Facebook, and
Uh-huh.
Peter asked if I wanted to have a show, and I said, why not? I got no problems with nobody.
Well, I mean, I don't think was the guy pissed off at me or something like that. Is that why you think he left? Or I mean, I
Oh
think I was just fucking
no,
around. Well,
no.
whatever. I mean,
He
we're just
probably might have had to go to the bathroom or something.
might have got a bad
Okay, right
connection.
here. What is he saying? I am tired of I'm tired of this or that person a
Oh, he did
sexpat.
get pissed. That's not what I was. I wasn't aiming for
I
that or anything
said,
like that.
oh
I'm
well,
trying.
Peter, you can come back, buddy.
Yeah, we were just fucking around. I mean, it's if that's Jesus.
Thanks, Jerry, asshole. You know, Jerry,
Yeah,
if
it is.
you
I
here,
mean, if
keep you right in
I
a
mean,
nutsack.
yeah, I mean, if you got
After
that,
you pay dinner, of course.
I mean, jeez.
Oh, Peter, come on, buddy.
Yeah, did he tell me to stop it? I don't think he did he? But
Well,
I mean, if he
he
really
didn't
wants to change the
mention.
subject, if he wants
He
to
could
change
have
the
said,
subject, we can change the subject. It's not a
yeah,
big deal.
yeah. That's. I mean, yeah. I mean, Jerry said, "Screw all." Yeah, Jerry's always a troublemaker.
Am I a troll? Who
A
said so?
little
They
bit.
said I'm a troll.
Shit.
I mean,
Oh,
come
hey,
on,
you
we're just trying to get a
still
good show
on?
going.
I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, you can't be that thin-skinned here. We're just fucking around. I mean, if the guy,
Oh,
you know,
he
it
knows.
is what it is. If he wants to come back on, it's cool. But I mean, again, we can change the topic. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I really don't. I mean, he's the one that brought it up. I mean, it wasn't me that brought it up.
Hey, BK, how you doing, man?
What's up?
Pete,
If you
are you mad? You pissed off? You're not pissed off at me, are you?
No.
We can change the subject.
I just get tired of the.
Oh no, we change the
Is
subject.
this
No big deal.
person? Is that person?
No, we just change the subject. Fuck
And
it. That's
here's
cool.
the other thing: is this is a continuous. This seems to be the only subject people can talk about is
Well,
the fact
you know,
that majority of these guys are perverts that go to the Philippines for their own selfish ambitions.
well, you
And
know what?
it gets
But
old.
here's the thing, Pete. The reason they're talking about it is, and again, we can just jump off the subject anytime you want, because I really don't care. We can talk about something else.
yeah,
It's no big deal
they're
to me. The reason that's kind of a touchy subject. I mean, when you say that certain people are sexpats or this age group is a sexpat, of course, people are gonna kind of, you know, they're gonna kind of confront you on that. Of course, I mean, that's normal. You know, don't you think? But we can change the subject. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I need to confront someone because the sky is blue today too.
Oh yeah, hell, whoever you want.
But anyway,
if you want.
so hey man, so what's your plans in Austin? I mean, you just gonna look for some work or
I got to do what I got to do and then figure out what's going on from there.
yeah. I mean, are you having seizures again, or are you able to work, or is it because you can't because you're having seizures?
No, I've had to deal with them for quite a while.
So you can get a seizure at any time and you don't know it's coming? Is that what it is?
It was a real problem when I was in the Philippines because there is no medical support for epilepsy in the Philippines to speak of.
Right. So that sucks. Yeah, well, you know, hopefully, you know, it's kind of like a new start for you in Austin. And I mean, if it don't work out, are you gonna just go? You got like a backup plan?
I might move to Spaghetti.
Yeah, you ain't going to Dumagetti. I know you're not. I know you're not going to Dumagetti.
You know, are you telling yourself? What do you mean? You're Peter's a male? meal
No,
whore.
I don't know. I think I mean it's just wherever it is from here. I mean, I may leave the country. As
It
soon
was
as
not
I as soon as I'm physically healthy enough, I'll
Right.
probably will kick off.
Well, that's cool. I mean, hey, if you're cool, you got your passport, you can pretty much go whenever you want. So that's kind of cool.
that'd be good.
That's a good thing. But I mean, I don't know. Would you go to Thailand next time around, or Thailand kind
No,
of
no, I
sucks
probably
with the visa runs every month. That
I
sucks.
probably won't go back to Asia. I'm really just burnt out on Asia in general.
I see. Maybe just go down to Florida or something. Like, go down to Florida, hang out down there or something. I mean, it's warm weather. Florida's
Yeah, if I did go back to the Philippines, I would vlog from right outside of Henry's house. Like that guy did the prank.
so you're moving to Cebu. Is that what it is? Come on, give Henry a break. Give him a break. What the hell? I don't know. I really don't care what other people do. I just don't care. So it is what it is. I don't really understand all these little wars that goes on because I just don't.
No, I I wouldn't mind cruising out to like, but Israel would be a cool place that, and Greece.
Israel, it's expensive there. My wife's going there for 2 weeks
That's a
at the end
place.
of the month. No, she's going to Israel for 2 weeks. Coming up
Yeah, well,
next
it
week
wouldn't
towards
be
the end of the month.
it would be expensive, but I could do it because uh I have some friends there that I could crash with.
Oh, really? It's still a little pricey there, but I mean, I was there back in the early
But if
'80s,
you
but
take if you were to take the hotel and the food out of it, it gets more reasonable.
yeah, but I mean, I need a place to stay and I need to eat, Pete. So,
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I mean,
I mean,
I should run over there for a couple weeks.
oh yeah, a couple of weeks, yeah, it's nothing. But I mean, I'm talking about living there long term. It can be kind of pricey, you know.
Yeah,
So,
I wouldn't mind just cruising around and going to a new place every week or two.
well, you know what? I mean, hey, if you go to Kentucky, I bet you got a free place to stay over there.
What the hell?
No, one of the things I'm trying to do.
We could have
Uh,
a show here that we could do that. That'd be fun.
one of the things if I end up if I really make the decision to stay in the United States, which is the greatest country on the face of the earth, um, if I do end up staying here, probably what I'm going to look at doing is trying to pick up a cheap RV somehow.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Yep, a lot of
You
people do that. They cruise around in
you
RVs.
can actually. I was looking at them. You can actually buy like an old one
Yeah.
for like a couple $1,000.
You know what? There's a guy here. He bought an older. I'm looking right at the van right now. It's parked on the street. It's a VW bus, but it's like I think it's in the 90s.
Nobody's gonna stay over
It's got
here.
a top that
know what's
opens up.
funny?
The whole top
My
pops
very
up.
first car. My very first car was a 1976 Volkswagen bus.
Yeah, yeah. This is a newer one. It's in the 90s. He picked it up, I think, $5 or $6 grand, but it's pretty nice. And a lot of people do that. I mean, that was
Aren't they?
what's
So
that?
those are collector's item.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people collect.
I'll tell you what I would like to do if I had the money to do it, which I don't right now, but things may be changing, is getting an Airstream.
That's kind of pricey, but then you got to get something that pulls the Airstream too.
Yeah, but see, I would want to do something like that, and I'll tell you why. So, say I cruise somewhere, and I can pull into a state park, drop the trailer, and then I can drive in and do whatever I got to do.
Right, and that's what people do. It's a fifth wheel. They call them fifth wheels. Yeah, that's what they do. You know what? A lot of people do. What I would do is I would just get a van, get an older
But
like Ford.
the two things that would have to happen first, number one, I would have to be healthy to even get my license back.
Right. Well, it's hard to get a license if you're an epileptic, isn't it?
Yeah. Second thing I would have to do is, I mean, there's some financial stuff. because they aren't cheap.
Right. Well, it costs money to get the license. Would you get DUIs when you were
But
younger?
here's the thing. I could get on YouTube and do a GoFundMe and get lots of money like everyone else.
You should pick up some tips for from the guy in Elo. Was it Bacola now? I think he's in Bacola now. He was in Elo.
Oh,
I mean, I sent them $50. I sent them some. I sent them.
Here's the
$50.
thing.
Did you really?
Mike definitely.
Yeah, I
has
did.
problems.
Actually, I sent them 50.
We
Yeah.
were talking about this earlier. Mike definitely has a heart problem.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't
There's
question
no
that.
doubt about it.
Here's my concern with Mike, and I've said this very publicly. Why in the hell would he rather die in the Philippines than live in the United States?
Because he has nothing to come back to in the United States. You have to
Well,
understand.
I'll be
Put
honest.
yourself in.
No,
Put yourself
I'll
in.
be honest with you, and I'll tell you what I think it is. I think it's women.
I think he's got nothing to go back to in the United States. He's got no family.
Empty room.
He's got no family in the U.S. He's got nothing. He's sold out of the U.S. from my understanding. He has nothing.
He's got some of the best medical care in the world.
He's got no money also. Pete, you can't just think about this. You can't. He's going to have some startup money when he comes back to the U.S. You can't just pop in and say, okay, here I am. Okay, I'm just going to run to the hospital. You got to have some startup money when you come out of the hospital. They're gonna try to get you in and out of the hospital as fast as possible. Because these insurance companies don't want to pay. Obviously, every day you're in the hospital costs thousands of dollars. So he's going to have an apartment to go to when he gets out. He's going to have to recoup, which may take him a few months. I mean, again, you got to have money to be able to do all that stuff. This cat ain't got no money, man.
You're telling me he's getting better medical care in Negros than he would?
That's not what I said. If you listen, no, but you got to listen to what I just said. He is not financially able to come back to the United States. It costs money to come back to the United States, Pete.
Yeah,
it costs money. I mean, where's he going to live? They're going to get him in and out of the hospital as fast as possible because it costs these insurance companies, it costs them thousands of dollars every day to keep him in a hospital. They're going to get him in and out as fast as possible. Then what does he do when he gets out? He may not be, he's going to have to at least recoup for a few months. He's going to have to get an apartment. He's going to have to get somebody coming and care for him and help him out. I mean, it costs money. He's got the help in the Philippines. Now, is he located in the right city in the Philippines? No. He should probably be either in Manila or Cebu to get the better treatment, the better hospital.
No, here's the thing.
But he doesn't even have any kind of insurance. And that's where Mike made a mistake. When Mike went to the Philippines, you can get good health insurance where you're totally covered with like a minimal of like 3,000 pesos for each deductible for each procedure. And that can cost you about $150 a month, like MaxiCare. There are insurance companies there. And that's where he made his mistake. He did not buy himself health insurance when he came to the Philippines.
Dude,
that's a huge
and I
mistake.
like it, but he didn't just do that. He opted out of Medicare.
Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that as well. I'm doing that as well. When I turn 65, I will opt out of Medicare.
Okay, listen.
To be fully covered under Medicare now. Listen to this. To be fully covered under Medicare, it's going to cost you about $500 a month. So think about this.
Okay, but hold on,
pesos.
$500 a month to be fully covered on Part A, B, C, and D. Part A is for free. It's just the copay on Part B, 100% Part C, and 100% Part D. It's about $500.
I want to say something real quick. So, okay, he's in Bacolod. Let's assume that he had Medicare. Okay? Hold on. Let's assume that he had Medicare. And he flies to Guam, has the operation for free, and he spends a couple of days there before he's able to fly back. And then he's right back on the plane.
But listen to what I just said, Pete. To be fully covered under Medicare, it costs you about $500 a month. From my understanding, he's getting about $800 a month on his Social Security, okay? Because he's mostly been self-employed his whole life. So he gets about, I would say probably about $800 a month. 750 is the minimum. He probably gets about 800. What was he making off of YouTube? Maybe 400 or 500 a month.
Yeah,
maybe.
but as I
So-
understand Medicare,
No, you don't understand. I just did 2 videos on Medicare, and
it's
researched it.
based upon how much you. It's a percentage of what your check is, right?
No, it isn't. It's not.
It's not.
No, Part A is totally 100% for free. Okay. Part B, you get 80% of the cost for free, but the 20% copay you have to pay out of your pocket. So, for example, say you go in and get surgery for say 50 or 60 grand, right? Which is not unlikely to get a $50,000 surgery. You're gonna have to pay 20% out of your pocket, which is $10,000. Now, obviously, most people don't have 10 grand to pay that copay. So what you do is you buy insurance to cover the copay. Now, the insurance to cover the copay for Part B, if you're under if you make less than $85,000 a year, that minimum is I think it's $147 a month this year, and it's going to go up again next year. So that fluctuates every year. You understand what I'm saying?
Here's what I could be wrong, but what I understand. Say you're getting $2,000 in Social Security.
That's $24,000 a year.
And a certain percentage of that would be taken for Medicare.
No, you're wrong. I just told you what
Okay.
In order, that's how they figure out how much they're going to charge you for. Everybody gets charged the same for Part B based upon how much money you make a year. Okay, so say you're retired, you get $2,000 a year for Social Security. That means you make 24 grand a year. And let's just say you got no other income. Okay, so your income is 24 grand a year. Your goes 24. Okay, so if you make under 85 grand, and that's the lowest tier, under 85 grand a year, you're gonna pay this year. It's $147 a month. They're gonna take out of your Social Security check for your Part B copay. The previous year, last year, was only 115. So it goes up every year. Next year, your copay, your monthly amount that you're going to pay for your Part B copay is going to be higher. And then same thing with Part C. You got to buy 100%. Part D, prescription drugs, you're going to have to buy 100%. So each Part C and Part D, you can pay anywhere from 125 to 175 a month for each one of them. So think about it. Let's just say you're paying, we'll take a minimum of a low end, 125 for Part C, 125 for Part D. And then let's say you're paying 147. We'll just round that at 150 for Part B. Right there already, you got 250, 350. You got $400 a month just to be fully covered on the Medicare. That's the myth. Most people think Medicare is free. It is not, and they're cutting more benefits.
I knew that. The reason I was asking about that is because I'm actually looking at. I have the option of starting it, and I haven't.
What Medicare? You mean? Well, you're
Medicare.
not 65.
I'm disabled.
You can go under Medicare.
Yes.
Disabled? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Well, you better check into it, how much it's going to cost you, because you might be better off. Hey, you might be better off under Medicaid, which is free on some state Medicaid, instead of going under Medicare. Don't be a fool.
Mike could be a good guy.
Who?
One of my guys is saying that Mike is a good guy.
Mike is, Mike's a good guy.
Mike.
Here's the thing. I have said over and over and over, Mike is a good guy. I question his motives.
555, hey, brother.
First of all, I question his motives for being in the Philippines. Secondly, he needs to get his ass back to Texas and get real medical care so he doesn't die.
He's from Texas also?
Yeah, he's not going back, dude. He's going to die in the Philippines.
This idea of I'd rather die in the Philippines than live in America is nonsense.
Why is it nonsense?
Well, that's just like a sympathy thing.
Maybe that's what the guy wants to do. He wants to stay in the Philippines. He's happier in the Philippines. What's he gonna do? Look, what can you do?
Enjoy a country dead.
But hey, Pete, what can you do?
How's it going, Mike?
If you ain't got no money,
every time I try to get a hold of you, Mike, you don't answer me.
And here's the thing, Jerry. He comes back to the States. He's going to be looked after regardless of his financial condition. You know that, and I know that.
Yeah, he'll get under Medicaid. He'll get in. He's got a better chance of well, he can't get on Medicaid because he's 65, so he's going to have to go on Medicare. But in his situation, Medicaid will pick up a lot of his copays and stuff like that. So yeah, he might get lucky and be able to get everything for free. But before these, before having all these issues, he would have had to pay. But is he 66, Mike? How old is Mike?
He's close to that.
I think he's just turned 65. So again, but you know what? He's in a different, maybe he just doesn't have the money, man. I mean, that's just the thing, that it costs money.
But here's the thing. Let's assume he comes to the States and he doesn't have much when he gets here. He isn't going to be on the streets or anything. They're going to look after him.
Yeah, but see, in order to get Medicaid and all that kind of stuff, you got to apply for shit like that. That takes time. You're not gonna just walk in somewhere and say, "Hey, I want to get Medicaid. I want to get help for housing, help for this, help for that."
Oh,
it
yeah,
just
that
takes time.
would take a while because
yeah.
it's not.
So what are you gonna do? You got
to get in back of the line.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Starve and live on the street till you get
what
your
he's
benefits?
going through. And I'm going to say this, and this may offend a few people, but when you're in a situation like he's in, the best place he could be is a nursing home.
No, not at all. I'd rather be in the Philippines than be in a fucking nursing home. Nobody wants to be in a nursing home, dude. Are you serious?
Here's the thing. Like when my dad got sick.
Well, that's the whole point. We don't want to be in a nursing home. That's why people go to the Philippines. Look, the worst thing you can do is retire in the United States, because when people retire in the United States, and that's not everybody, but a majority of them, they fucking go home. They don't work anymore. They don't move around. They sit behind a fucking TV all day long, and they fucking drink beers or drink alcohol, and then they wind up in a fucking nursing home. At least when you go to the Philippines, you don't need a car. You can walk around. You get at least exercise. You get in better health.
Jerry, I want to tell you something. You're full of shit.
Well, I mean, that's your opinion, but I think
I agree with that one.
Hawaii is full of these people.
You mean to tell me, Pete, let me ask you a question. You mean to tell me you would rather be in a nursing home than in the Philippines,
I'll tell you what,
in a house or something?
If I had a heart condition and I was having heart attacks on a couple month basis, I would rather be in a nursing home, and here's why. If I become into an acute situation, especially a stroke, okay, I'm going to have medical staff there within a minute or less.
Hopefully.
Fuck it. You get a stroke, you're gonna fucking die. Your life is over with anyway. That's the way he looks at it.
When my dad got sick, we put him in a nursing home when he got really sick there for a while. And the reason being he was in the nursing home was if anything were to happen, that there would be medical staff on site.
Have you ever been in a nursing home? Have you ever seen what a nursing home is about?
I mean, I went to see my dad one time when he was in it.
One time. Have you ever worked in a nursing home? My wife works in nursing homes. It's the worst fucking place you can be, dude, is a fucking nursing home. You understand what I mean? Unless you actually worked in a nursing home and see how people are treated.
It's a hard place to even get date there.
Okay. Do the people in the nursing home have medical staff on site?
A lot of these nursing homes,
Anti-7 told me that
they cut staff. A lot of these nursing homes mistreat their patients. You don't want to be in a nursing home. Trust me, brother. My wife's worked in them. It's fucked up here, man. She was getting depressed for a while. She switched over to caregiving into private homes. She said, "Fuck these nursing homes, man. You don't want to be in a nursing home." So
it's better to die in a foreign country where no one cares about you.
Fuck yeah! Instead of a fucking nursing home.
That's what I was planning on doing.
That's what I'm planning on doing. I ain't gonna fucking die in a nursing home here, man.
Yeah, but here's the difference. You're healthy.
Sooner or later.
Yeah.
If you're healthy, being over there is a great idea. But you know what? When you need serious medical attention, it's not the place. The Philippines is not a place to be if you're sick.
It depends. I mean, if you've got health care there and if you're in a major city like Manila or Cebu,
You would have
look,
to
if
you
you
would
got
see the earlier part of the. You'd have
if
to
you
see the
got look,
earliest part of this video. But let me tell you this:
if you have health issues, listen. Look,
I
I
have.
understand. I understand you lived in the Philippines, right? And I've never lived there, but I visited in the past 4 years. I visited the Philippines 9 times. My wife is in the healthcare industry at Philippine General Hospital, so she pretty much knows the healthcare system, how it works in the Philippines.
It's
If you
shit.
have if you have connections, you go to the front of the line. Private hospitals are just as good as fucking hospitals here over there.
No, no
Private
way.
hospitals, my understanding, they are
No
private
way.
hospitals. And think about it though. A lot of it has to do with you, the individual. Hey, Mike Kasan, in my Philippine journey, the fucking guy's eating hamburgers, fast food. He's got a fucked up diet. He should have changed his diet many years ago. So a lot of the problems he's having is his own fault. He's bringing a
Okay,
lot of his
hold
problems
on.
because of his
Let me say
diet.
something. Let me say something. I can speak from experience. Okay, I've been in hospitals in the Philippines.
Right?
But I can tell you this: the best hospital I've ever been in was the one I was in the other day.
Okay, but private hospitals in the Philippines, I heard, are good.
I've been in Makati Medical. I've been at
Right?
St. Luke's.
And you're saying they're no
Um,
good? You're saying they're no good?
no, they're great for what the Philippines has, but
Uh-huh.
are they on standard with the University of Kansas?
Well, do
Are
they have to? Yeah, but do they have to
But
be
no,
on
but you could
standard
go
with
to
the university?
Taiwan and get just the same treatment,
Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of it
or
has to
Hong
do.
Kong.
I'll put it this way: there is nobody that's going to fly to go to Philippine General Hospital because of its outstanding medical care.
No, I'm saying the public
No.
hospitals are shit, but I heard that the private hospitals are very good. That's what I heard.
There's
That's
only
what
one
I heard the
reason.
same
There's
thing.
only one reason that people would go to the Philippines for medical care, and it's not for its excellent care.
What's that? Dental
It's for the price.
for the price, right? Well, you have to look at all these factors, man. And again, look, my Philippine journey made his choice. And that's the way it is. You make choices in life, and you have to deal with the consequences, plain and simple. You know what I mean? But the guy's at a point where he doesn't care. If he dies in the Philippines, he's happy. He's happy in the Philippines. You got to give him that. You know,
No,
you
the
got to
issue
give him that.
is, and I like the guy a lot, but I really believe the issue is if he comes back to the States, he can't get laid.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about
Uh,
that. I don't know about that. I mean,
well,
the
I
guy's
don't know if he could get
65.
laid right now.
Yeah, I don't know if he can get laid right now. I mean, so who knows?
Too much strain, I would think.
Well, yeah, he's
Maybe,
got a bad heart. So he's got a bad heart.
Well,
you know. But yeah, but he's got issues for sure. But again, even if they say, "Hey, Mike, you got to change your diet," it's too late, brother. Changing his diet now, it's too late. His health is so fucked up. It's probably a point of no return, to be honest with you.
yeah.
So
Well, but here's the question I have: is when we say it's too late, I don't believe it's ever too late. Now there is some obvious damage has been done,
oh hell yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
but you know what? I mean, if he changed, and this goes for anybody, not just him, then that stuff can sometimes be reversed, and it definitely won't increase.
How you been doing? 555.
Hey, fives. You should bring fives onto the show. Fives is pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about quitting
Oh,
pretty
you think about
soon.
quitting? Cool.
This is
Okay.
my third hour.
Is it the third hour? You guys been on? Oh shit! Yeah, we've been on for a while.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what really surprises me though is some of these vloggers haven't ended up with herpes.
Oh, well, I'm sure somebody has. I
I'm
mean,
sure some of them might. Just depends, If you're
yeah.
hanging, who
I mean,
knows? I don't know.
I'm surprised Philippine Creeps hasn't done a video about it.
Well,
Come on, Pete. He's up, brother. Damn.
You know,
Yeah, boy, oh boy. So hey, so all right, so you're gonna stop talking about the Philippines? Is that what it is now? And you're just talking about stuff in
No,
the
I
States?
like I said,
no,
I will keep.
I'm just
Here's
gonna
one of
quit
the
talking. I'm
problems that I
gonna
have.
go do stuff.
Here's one of the problems that I have is majority of my subs are Philippine perverts, and because of that,
Well, they love you.
Damn,
I
Pete.
because of that they still want that content, but I slowly want to move it away from the Philippines and more towards what I'm doing in the States.
I see.
And what are you doing in the States? Are you a tour guide now? What are you doing?
Well, no, I just when I do like different vlogs, I actually got a vlog. I just haven't edited it out. Um, and the other thing is I'm really just frustrated with vlogging right now, to be honest,
Peter doesn't love
because
lady
it
boys.
takes me
What's wrong with
4
you?
hours to put a video up.
Well, I
Hey,
mean,
Gary.
so
I figured it out the other day. By the time that
You
I
got me
shoot it,
blocked.
right?
edit it,
What is Jerry
render
blocked
it,
for?
and upload it, it takes about 4 hours.
Yeah, but all you're doing is walking down the street and shooting some footage and talking.
Yeah,
How much
but
editing
no,
do you actually do, though?
there's quite a bit of editing. There's actually what the rendering is what takes quite a bit of time.
Oh, oh. You know, we should bring
Editing
Sentai.
sucks.
We should bring Sentai 7 on the show, man. We should bring him on the
Hey,
show.
what part of I'm gonna get off pretty soon.
Are you getting off?
Instead.
All right, sure.
I know you heard me, but you know we could always have another show on another day. You know,
Yeah, I mean we've already been on here
Peter's
for over
always
3 hours.
not busy. Because I'm not sure what Peter's doing the rest of the week.
Let me know. I'll try and figure it out. I'm usually pretty flexible unless I have a doctor's appointment or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just do the same thing what you did today. Just give me a buzz.
Okay. See you later.
Yeah, noon time is pretty good. Just give me a buzz, and we had a pretty good show. Everything went by pretty good. You know, maybe I'll still try to get you to say those magic words to Dave. I'm sorry. You know.
Yeah, well, whatever. It is what it is, man. I don't have time for the nonsense. Big Kev.
Well, trying to help.
Yeah, I know you are. Yeah. Wow, man, you got 32 people watching, and you going off the air. You should get a couple more people on here or something. We should start causing a ruckus.
Hey. What did I just got that insane?
Do a marathon, man. Get Mike Luna on here. Get Sentai 7. And get Fives on. Let's just do a marathon, man.
Hey. You know what?
I'm sure John Doe will pop up somewhere.
I miss John Doe.
Do you really? Yeah, I miss him too.
I never had a problem with John Doe. I listened to a whole bunch of other people that made me get cross with John Doe, and that kind of, you know.
Well, you know, I mean, he's a good guy. I mean, I helped him out, trying to help him out to learn how to take a jeepney and tricycles on our last conversation we had. Hopefully, you know, he's learned something from me, you know. But anyway, all right, man.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, John Doe's okay.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah,
you know.
But yeah, thanks. That was pretty good. Peter giving me a buzz. You know, I don't know if he does that to everybody else, but he knows with me, he's gonna have a civilized, maybe.
Yeah,
civilized, safe show.
I'm surprised to have him on your show, man. He just did a show himself, a live show, I think for about 10 or 15 minutes.
But
Yeah.
again, he knows who I am, and he knows he's not gonna get,
Ambushed.
he's not gonna get screwed over.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
So yeah, I'm happy.
Cool.
All right, you guys.
All right, man. Everybody be cool.
We had a pretty good show in the bullpen. We had Jerry on. We had Mr. PV in person.
Yeah,
live.
well, this show will
Here
be the
in
talk
Texas.
of the town, man. All right, man.
Only because of you, brother. All right, Jerry. Appreciate
All right,
you coming on.
I'll talk to you later, Cav, man. Be cool. Take care.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
All right, you guys. Thanks for coming on. We had Kiwi Mike around. Maybe I could try to talk him into having a show one day.
Hey, I was going to ask you.
He always.
I was going to ask you a
avoids
question.
me.
I was going to ask you a question. Does Richard still have a Facebook account, or did he shut down his Facebook?
No, he's still got a Facebook.
He does? Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll throw you his link later.
Yeah, throw me a link. All right, man.
All right.
Talk to you later.
It'll cost you though.
Oh, great.
If you throw heart attack Mike, man, I'm getting like a heat stroke.
Yeah, maybe
I need like hamburger money. So somebody called me fat. Who called me fat?
No, you're about as skinny as a toothpick,
Oh,
all right, man.
Appreciate that. Oh, Lost Nomad called me fat.
Well, I Lost Nomad calls everybody
brother.
fat.
All right, you guys. I'm going
Later.
to call it a day. Thanks for coming out to the bullpen. You guys have a good rest of the day, rest of the night, rest of the morning. God bless you guys. Thanks for coming out. I'll talk to you guys later on. Be nice. Be happy. Live the dream. Remember, this is all just a happy, happy day. All right, you guys. Be happy.